Like live shows, of course.
Go check out his schedule, bro.
All yours, baby.
Good morning. 1 second, because Guido's much smaller than me and he fucked up my mic. It's just spinning into eternity. Good morning, Good morning, everybody.
What the fuck, bro?
What the fuck?
I'm gonna yell at Guido.
Good morning. Welcome to the morning show where our mics are standless. Not wireless, but standless. My name is Phil Balabanos, and on my right, well, not my right, but like it's my right because there's a TV screen, you have Jiggity George Tandrizos, the host of many a podcast, one of which is just us dads.
Chupapi muñeño.
Chupapi muñeño? Chupapi? Chupapi, I mean, Just Us Dads is a show by dads for puppets, right? Don't answer that. It's a trick question. Another show that he has, a great show. This is really weird. It's really fucking distracting me. Another great show that he has is the Backstage Podcast, where he interviews public figures. Are you still doing that, George?
It's been on hold since a month now, a month and a half. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that, man. I wanna kind of redirect it. I don't know what exactly to do. It's frustrating also that I can't bring anyone in studio, and
because everyone's scared of the COVID.
Yeah, everyone's scared of COVID, and I mean, it's fine. I mean, we can do everything through, Zoom or Skype or whatever.
It's not the same. You want to have people in front of you, kind of like this primate of a human being, George.
And you know, there's gonna be elections now, and I wanna start again the car ride conversations that I had done during the last election.
Get in a car with
2019.
George Tandrizos. He'll touch your thighs.
But you know,
You missed it. It was before. It was before the sound effect. You had it. You did it. Why? Why? I was so proud. Go on, George.
Just to.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. There's still again the COVID thing, and
So you're on hiatus for now.
random strangers. But the Just Us Dads, that's going on every single week.
All right, good.
Um,
It's right there with Fill My Hole, I guess, huh?
the other, the other one is still there. I have a list of people. I'm still in contact with certain people to bring them on. I'm just not sure exactly what where to go and how to do it. But yeah, it's gonna come back eventually. Sorry about that for everyone watching or following. It'll come back in some shape
Or form, yeah. It'll be back. Just like Fill My Hole. It'll be back. I have a podcast. It's called Fill My Hole. I interview people. Sometimes I just talk about shit. But I haven't done it in a while because I've been too busy and all my gear is currently set up in the studio for a long-term shoot and I can't take it apart because it gets tricky. To my left, we have Poseidon, the Poseidon69. You can catch him on the internet doing nefarious things. Sometimes he's on Twitch and he plays with children. He plays video games with children, as Pantelis has so eloquently stated. In front of me, the Invisible Man, our fearless leader. That was great. That was fucking great. George, hit us with that first news story.
I
want to get into it. You can't hear the sound. Can't you patch the... You know what? Don't. George, you're better off. You're better off, honestly. Just enjoy it and be grateful. Yeah?
But you know what? You wouldn't have this issue if you were in studio.
Yeah, why aren't you in studio? I brought coffees today.
Yeah, I know, man. I missed it, and I had to bring my car in to the shop like at 7 a.m. So
where's the shop? Is it nearby?
It's not. Yeah, it's not far. It's like about a 40-minute walk. So I also did my
40-minute walk. What a Brossard fucking point of reference. Yeah, it's 40 minutes to walk.
Yeah, I dropped off the car and then walked about 40 minutes back home. Not bad.
Oh, you mean it's 40 minutes from your place, not from the studio? Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, man. If it was from the studio, I'd walk there.
You walked 40 minutes back home. Why didn't your wife come get you?
We only have one car. Number one.
Oh, do you? You're a one-car family, yeah?
One-car family, and I started walking. I walk almost every day now. So I don't know, trying to lose some weight too. So it's fine.
George is fucking. For all those of you who don't know, there's a friendly wager, a master of your domain thing happening over on Just Us Dads. My money is that none of them lose any weight. That's where my money is. The odds are incredibly high. Like, really, the payout is bad because it's very likely that that's what will happen. But my money is definitely on George. If someone's going to lose weight, it's going to be George. The other two, I don't feel like they care.
We're actually worried about the other George because this guy is very dedicated. He's very disciplined. He's already done it. Like, this guy was a beast. Like, this guy was like 360 pounds or something like that. He was like a big boy. And
really?
He's already lost like over 120 pounds, something like that. So
I mean, I've never seen him in real life. I've only ever met him when you guys had me on the show.
Yeah. Oh, man, no, he's a big boy. Well, now not so much, but back in the day when we met, like, the guy was huge. He was like a fucking fridge, you know? Like
I love that expression.
He was like a fridge.
The guy's like a fucking fridge, bro. What do you mean? Like, he's got like a Freon tank and shit?
Well, because you eat so much, right? Eventually, you're just conserving food. You know, it goes both
You're
ways.
keeping it cool.
You're as big as a fridge, but also you've eaten so much that basically, like, if anybody else wanted food, they could open up your reserves and have some.
I really don't feel like that is the origin of that.
I added that just now.
Just now, okay.
Yeah.
A Poseidonism, guys, on a Monday, a Wednesday morning, not Monday. Sorry, I don't know what day it is.
It feels like a Monday.
It feels like a Monday.
Yeah.
George, does it feel like a Monday in Broussard?
It definitely feels like a Monday. Yeah.
What does Monday feel like?
That.
I feel like Monday is it feels like the 15 minutes after sex where you're starting to get sleepy. Like, it was a good weekend, but now I could nap. Right? Yeah. You know what I mean?
No.
I think that's enough nonsense today. George, I want to know what's going on because there's a lot of stuff going on. I want to see what you got on your list there because you do all the research. We don't do it.
That much. I mean, summertime is usually...
Way to make me look like an asshole. There's not that much news. You know, half of Europe is on fire.
There's enough to cover an episode. But
I hope so.
The main news today, guys, the biggest news today, there's a birthday, man. I mean, fucking
fuck.
Phil. You're like, what, 40 now?
I feel 55.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you.
Oh, it's your birthday?
Poseidon had no idea.
Oh, happy birthday. Let's play. Hold on. George, you must wait. You must
Put the
wait.
sound bit. Yeah.
Let's just kill the flow of the whole episode for a second.
I don't care.
guys.
It's your birthday, bro.
Yeah, so let's make it a worse episode than it could have been.
No. We have to play your.
What's he playing? Fill us in.
He's playing some kind of weird song.
I don't know. It's called The Happiest Birthday.
I'm just shaking
I don't
my
know.
head. And
Yeah, just bop your head, George. Just like a
I'm
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, but now George and I have to sing for you. Happy birthday.
Don't sing.
To you.
No, it's cool. Thank God for Facebook reminders, guys. I'm sure that shit has saved families and marriages.
Marriages, yeah.
I don't open
yeah.
Facebook anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Even for the birthdays? I just checked for the birthdays.
Fuck Facebook.
All right. He's on Instagram.
How
Facebook's
old are
little
you?
brother. I'm 35.
Oh, really?
God damn.
Yeah, I'm a little baby.
5 more years and your midlife crisis begins.
I had my midlife crisis. I'm good.
I'm always surprised by how young you guys are, and yet I always forget and think that you're a bit older.
I mean, in your defense, I'm an old soul and I'm bald as fuck, so.
Yeah, but you're still 35. I mean, it's a young little age. Good for you, man.
It's a young little age.
Yeah.
What are you 40 yet? Yeah, you're 40.
40, yeah.
Yeah, you turned 40. I remember, yeah, we celebrated on the show.
Celebrate.
Yeah, well,
well,
me and Pantelis are the same age. I'm like a month older than him. And how old are you now? 28?
13.
13. That's what you tell them for when the girls say, they said she was 18. But I'm only 13, officer. I'm only 13 years old. It's fine. You're a pretty big 13-year-old. I eat all my greens. I eat my greens. It's so delicious.
And all my meats.
Are you planning anything?
What do you mean? Like for my birthday?
Or
I
is
don't
anything
think so. Unless my wife did something, but I really don't think so, and I hope not. My daughter was born like 8 hours after my birthday ended, like after midnight. So like I have no birthday anymore. It's my daughter's birthday. Like even this morning, she's like, "Daddy, it's your birthday." That means not happy birthday. That means it's my birthday tomorrow. So I was like, "Thanks, kid." Yeah. So
But that's
no,
okay,
we're not
man.
doing anything.
I was never big on birthdays too. I never wanted to celebrate. I
mean, as a kid, I used to get like upset because my birthday was in the summer, so I couldn't have like a party with all the kids from school because they were all in Greece in the summer. And then as I got older, I was kind of like, oh, good, no one's around. I don't have to do anything.
Stopped caring.
Like,
Yeah,
I stopped caring a long time ago.
Yeah, same here, man. I mean, mine is in the beginning of February, and usually February is a month that nobody really wants to be in. Like, everyone's
My wife's
excited
in
for
February
Christmas,
also,
and then
too,
New
yeah.
Year's, and then once New Year's is over, that middle period between like the first week of January and March, where you kind of start smelling the spring, nobody really cares about what's happening. And
nobody
I'm right
cares.
there.
It's just another random day. Just so happens that on this day, I crawled out of another human being into this prison. Life is a
Pulled out.
prison. Existence is a curse. Little birthday
All right,
wisdom for you guys.
Let's get on to the real news. So on Monday, a 38-year-old man was shot and killed a few days ago, Monday, in Repentigny.
Yeah, I saw this.
Jean-René Olivier. And before I get into the story, just a side note.
Yeah.
And we've spoken about this. I don't know what the hell is going on in Montreal, man, the last couple of weeks, last couple of months, but criminality has gone up. I mean, all these stories are coming out about people shooting each other, police getting involved with all these, iffy circumstances. So this is another one here in Repentigny, 30 years old. The guy gets killed. Apparently the guy, he seemed to be in some sort of distress last Sunday. His mom called the police. He was carrying a small knife on him, and he was talking about, different people around him that wanted to hurt him. So his mom kind of feared that he was going to hurt himself. She called for help, especially since, her and her own family couldn't really get through to him. So she thought, let me call the cops. We need help here. My son is, clearly distressed. Something's going on. Police shows up.
Sorry, I spaced out. Are you talking about Jean-René Olivier now or someone else?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the police issue a statement. They said that when they arrived in the scene, they tried to talk to the guy. They tried to reason with him. They told him that they were there to help because of that phone call where, the mom said, my boy's not okay, some mental health issues, whatever.
So they were aware. Like she told them, like they straight up knew that this was a mental health issue.
They said, look, my son is not normal. Something's going on with him. He has a knife on him. We can't control him. Blah, 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 this and that. So anyway, so they went on the scene. They tried to talk to the guy. He became very threatening. They tried pepper spraying him. They were unsuccessful. And then at which point the guy, started running away. And for some reason, I don't know, man, I've watched enough cops episodes to know that they run after you and they don't shoot you. These guys decided, let's take out our guns and shoot him. Oh, look, he's running. Shoot him. So they shot the guy, and the guy's dead.
Follow-up question. What color was he?
I'm getting to that.
Spoiler
he was
alert.
black. Look, it doesn't matter. Normally, it wouldn't matter. A guy got shot because of, for what appears to be a wrong police procedure. Obviously, there's an investigation. But with everything that we've been living through in the last couple of years, we need to highlight the fact that this guy was black.
No,
but
the only
also,
reason I asked, George, is because if this was a white guy, it probably wouldn't have made any kind of news. There would have been an internal investigation, and it would have been taken care of. And because you said there's been a lot of rise in criminality, I just think there's more of a spotlight on any shootings that involve visible minorities. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not like, oh, because he was black. I'm just saying, I'm making an objective observation that this is the times we live in. This is the zeitgeist of our times. If you're a visible minority and the police done you wrong, then you gotta put it on the internet to show those low down polecats that they're bastards.
I mean, maybe you're right. I don't know, but like, I mean, the other thing is that, you know, the shooting follows years of, you know, difficult relations between the Repentigny police,
Really?
the police force, and black residents. Yeah, this is not new. And people are saying that this incident right now may potentially reignite the community's concerns that nothing really has changed within the force.
I didn't even know there was black people in Repentigny. I thought it was just a bunch of French people and the 5 Greek guys who own Le Bas Provinces.
You'd be surprised, bro. I went to Quebec City. Black people there too, bro.
That's Quebec City. This is Repentigny.
Yeah. No,
Repentigny is
but,
not a big place, man.
Yeah, but it's only
Repentigny is like where every Greek guy's uncle has like a breakfast place. Like, I have a restaurant badeni.
it's barely 30 minutes away, bro.
It's 30 minutes outside of civilization.
Yeah, it's about 40
But
40 minutes.
It's closer than George's, sure. But he has
Still-
his own little city down
Still
there.
in civilization though.
George is like, fuck you.
I've made it in
It's so-
20.
Is it?
Yeah.
Repentigny is like, I don't think
Yeah,
I've
it's very-
ever been to. Where is Repentigny?
It's
North?
very suburban.
North,
Suburbia.
north.
It's like near like Rosemere.
Okay.
No, I think it's the. Is it off the 15?
Guys, I'm asking you.
No,
I don't
it's off
know.
the 40. Okay, so you want to picture?
Repentigny is off the 40.
Hold on. Picture this. So you know how Brossard, you know, it's suburban.
It's gonna be good.
It's nice houses and shit. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You know, now take that. Now insert crack and heroin.
That's Repentigny.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think so, bro.
I don't think that's
so.
apt as far as descriptions go.
I don't know,
I
but
think you're confused with a like RDP or something.
maybe the parts I went to, they were like that.
I mean, those are the only parts you're allowed in. I'm gonna check where it is because I have no idea. But you guys keep going. George?
No, but what happened, and this is not long ago. This is back in 2019. There was a group of black residents that called on the Quebec government to launch an inquiry into the police department. You know, following several instances of alleged racial profiling, something that we've all heard of and seen before as well before 2019. But this was big because this was a select group. It was a community organization that was actively calling on the government to initiate this action. So they say that little has been done to address the residents' fears since then, and they noted that there are still.
You're right, George.
Yeah. There's still 4 ongoing human rights complaints over alleged instances of racial profiling. So I mean, there seems to be an issue between that police force and the black community in that area. The chief of police of Repentigny, Hélène Dion, she obviously offered her condolences to the family. She said that this was the first, and this is surprising to me, but maybe not. I mean, maybe it's also Repentigny. It's out, in the outskirts. It's the first ever fatal intervention of the police force's history.
We should be celebrating this.
Yeah, we shouldn't be celebrating, but I mean,
is it really the first fatal? Like that's
yeah, it was.
I mean, look, again, you're right. It's not a huge metropolitan area. It's on the borderlines of civilization for sure. But I mean, it's east, so everything east of Saint Laurent until you get to Quebec City is fucking disgusting. And that's just how it is. So it kind of surprises me that they haven't. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's a good stat that they haven't. I mean, it was a good stat until yesterday that they'd never had like a fatal shooting. So like, what's the problem? If they're not killing people on the regular, why are people so mad? This was clearly something needs to be done about this, but it doesn't seem like some kind of systemic problem here.
Well, apparently there's been a lot of racial profiling, so I'm not sure exactly what's on file over there and what's going on. But this, from what the police chief said, is the first time someone's been shot in police intervention. She also says that, and this is where it becomes interesting, and this is where we're going to have to follow up on the story to see exactly how it develops, because she says that in terms of handling calls involving mental health crises, and this is back to your question, they knew that this was a case around a mental health issue. She says that the force has a protocol in place to call in a psychosocial worker from the local health authority when needed. So they have, and I've worked with a lot of these people. When
So
I
have
worked
I,
with the
yeah.
police, they have agents that are specialized in these instances, and they call them on the ground when they need them. Now, because of the ongoing investigation, we're not sure if whether or not that was applied on Sunday.
Sorry,
if they had
George.
someone on the
I
ground.
just
So they can discuss what's happened, and they can discuss the steps that were taken before this guy was shot.
I just
This
got a
is all
mental
gonna be
image, George. I just got a mental
Yeah.
image of the cops calling in. They're like, we need the negotiator from the CLSC. And they're like, okay, we're calling him. So he shows up. He's like, hello, I'm Jean-Yves. I'm the negotiator from the CLSC. They're like, okay, we have a guy who tried to pepper spray him. He's freaking out. He's clearly in mental distress. Okay, no problem. I'm just going to eat my orange. I'm on break, 15 minutes, syndiqué break. I'll see you in 15 minutes. And the guy leaves. He's like eating an orange. They're like, Jean-Yves is like, I still have 12 minutes on my break, syndiqué. This guy starts running. They're like, what do we do? Fucking shoot him. I don't know. Like, that's literally, that's the Quebec healthcare. In my mind, that's how it played out. This guy was like, no, I'm on a syndiqué break. I cannot do this now. Should make that.
Probably
He run
not.
away. You shoot him.
Probably not, but it'll be interesting to see.
Probably
if
not.
The if the protocol was followed, maybe the person, like you said, was on vacation, didn't have anyone, so they didn't act according to their protocol. And even if they wanted to, there was nobody in place. Again, it brings up that whole question of how qualified our policemen and women
qualified
are
are they, George?
How trained are they to face these issues? I mean, we've seen these happening repeatedly, and another man has died because of it, right? So
No, it was Pantelis just sitting down heavy. He didn't die. Yeah. You missed. Guido is a midget.
Guido came.
My mic was here.
No, but
I was trying to adjust it. The whole thing came apart in my hands during the opening of the show.
no.
What do you mean the whole mic broke?
Came apart.
My beard's crazy.
No, no.
You got a little ashprutzat in there.
Yeah, you got a little some
Little
on the
mix
right
or
side
something.
here, yeah.
You got a little
Yeah,
COVID right
Yeah,
there.
I think it's gone.
Thank you.
That's it? It's a good looking mustache today.
Yeah.
Like, it's very Greek Revolution. It has the sides.
I used the conditioner to spruce it up.
Yeah, I used to do that too, and then I bought myself some beard shampoo. Makes a big difference.
Yeah, I have all
rid of
that
that
shit at home. I don't want to
itchy.
use it.
Didn't they give you that whole Manscaped thing so you
Yeah,
can
but
shave
it
your
was a
dick
lot-
and your face at the same time?
Well, it's not meant for both. At the same time.
You just gotta lean in there. You're like, yeah. So George telling us about
Renault.
Jean-René Olivier, the man who was shot by the Repentigny police.
What? When did this happen?
They're celebrating their first ever fatal intervention in the history of the police
They're
force.
celebrating it.
Well,
This happened on
George's.
Sunday. Nobody's really celebrating. We were just saying how his mom. But this is the sad thing. His own mom called for help. The police shows up, and they shoot the guy. So we were just saying how there's been some sort of issue between that police and the black community over there. They've been, for years now.
Oh, it's a black guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's black guys.
Doesn't sound like a black guy's name. Sounds like a really white Quebecois
It's
guy.
Haitian.
Wait, you said Repentigny, like so right here?
Oh, right here on the borderlands of civilization.
It's away.
30 minutes.
Is Repentigny 30 minutes?
It's like
Yeah,
it's right off the island.
About.
Poseidon said he went there and it looked like a crack den. The party.
Yeah,
went
but
to.
Poseidon used to bang a girl over there.
Oh, did you? Oh, so you've been there?
Yes.
I mean, if she was banging you, then she probably didn't live in like the upper echelons of society.
She didn't.
She didn't, huh? Was she a hood rat? She was a hood rat, huh? Yeah. Poseidon.
So they shot the man because he was black?
They shot him because he was crazy.
He was clearly in distress. His mom saw that something wasn't right, and she called the cops for help. The cops showed up. The guy was holding a knife. They tried to reason with him. They tried to, help him out. They tried to pepper spray him, and they failed. Like, how do you fail at that? Fuck. Anyways, whatever.
Well, if you're just dodging the spray.
yeah.
Like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And
He's all just
he tried to run away.
You
Tried
know,
to run
George,
away.
this story reminds me of another story from last year. We had done it on This Just Thing about a guy in, I think, Astoria who was in
the
clearly
Greek
mental
guy.
distress, and he had dressed himself up as an ancient Greek Spartan.
Yeah.
And the police showed up, and he was just like not all right. Like the guy wasn't okay. He was manic.
Mental.
And his mother's trying to tell him like to calm him down, and they ended up like
Shooting.
No, they tased him to death.
Oh, yeah, they tased him to death. Yeah, they killed
Like
him.
So
Wait, hold on. I don't want us to lose this. So essentially, this guy went crazy.
I don't know if he was crazy, but his mom says that he was all over the place. He was talking about people that wanted to hurt him. She wasn't sure if it was real, if he was imagining this. He was holding, and it was a very small knife. Apparently, I don't know. Maybe it was like one of those pocket knives, whatever.
And they panicked and shot him.
they shot him while he was running away.
Oh,
So
what the
he ran
fuck?
away,
Yeah.
And they shot him. So this is what doesn't make sense. And again, I'm not judging the police for this. I don't know how it works. I don't know what kind of protocols are in place, but the guy's running away. How is your first reflex? Let's shoot the guy. If he's running away from you, obviously there's no threat to you for you to shoot him. Your job is to run after him. No, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, or shoot him in the leg. I mean, don't shoot him. Don't shoot him. He's running away. He's not attacking anyone.
Yeah, no, you don't shoot in the leg. I
don't
mean,
un-
I
yeah,
know
like
that
he's
they're
running
trained
away.
to shoot to kill if they shoot.
They shoot center mass. Yeah.
But there are other protocols in place. I mean, did they have taser guns? Did they not? I mean, we don't know that. I mean, all that is going to
Use a lasso. The guy's running away.
Easy, Wonder Woman. Speak the truth.
I was
to me.
thinking the Mighty Ducks, the little Texan kid.
Oh,
Yeehaw.
yeah.
But that's fucked up. You see what I mean? It's just.
But again, George said that there's been like big issues with the Repentigny police force, but then in the same breath, he's like, they've never killed anyone before. So like, this seems like a very
What have they done?
Apparently they're
Well,
profiling, but how do you
But you see, the issue, Phil, is this: that their argument is, we've been warning you forever that there's racial profiling in this community with this police force. We've asked the government to investigate into it, and look what nothing has been done, and now a man has died because.
Well, I don't know if this is racial profiling. This seems to be more mental profiling.
they didn't profile anyone.
Yeah,
the mother
this is
called them.
Yeah, exactly. This is not a profile. This is more of
racial
assuming that a
profiling-
crazy
Hold on,
person
racial
running with a
profiling-
knife is going to
racial
kill.
profiling in the sense that, and this is what Phil said before you came in, that if this were a white man, chances are that maybe he wouldn't have been shot, or I don't know. Maybe
I
he would
never
have had
said
to-
that.
Perhaps
I
they
never
would
said
have
that.
promoted
George,
him to
that's not-
deputy.
that's not
I
what
said
it
if it was a white man and this had happened, there
Oh,
would have been an
yeah, it wouldn't
internal
have been an-
investigation. We wouldn't be talking about it because we wouldn't have known about it. It would have just been another statistic.
Or, as is most likely, they would have promoted you to deputy. They would have showed up and said, "You're in charge of the police force now, Whitey."
That's also he's not wrong. I'm doing the math in my head about how that could work.
No, I don't think this is stupid to make this a black and white issue since they were
This
called.
is a bad policing issue.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
just a bad policing issue
not a
since they were
race
called there. Yeah.
Like not everything is a race thing. Sometimes
If they
they're
were
just-
driving by and they said, "You got yourself a black son in there," then yeah, I'd say there's a problem.
I mean, or
Yeah.
there's other options too. Like if she had called them and they got there and they managed to calm him and they're like, "Okay, darky,"
Yeah,
and then they're hunting
yeah.
people. Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
But we're not looking at the right way. Like whether it was profiling, clearly it wasn't profiling. They were called there, but I mean, it's still horrendous policing. When the guy is running away from you because clearly he's mental, you don't shoot, dude. You know how many mentally retarded people there are out there that run or break shit or do? You can't start shooting everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, you could, but it's not a good idea.
No, it's terrible.
We still
Terrible
don't have,
way.
we still don't have details. All I know is that he ran and they shot him. Now, did he run towards them? We don't
That's
know.
a
Did he
very
run
different
away from them?
situation.
You know, so
If he
obviously,
ran-
yeah,
if he
that
ran
could change
at
a lot.
them.
I thought we said he was running away from them.
George now
Well,
changed his
he
tune.
said he started running or whatever. They
I don't
shot
like
him
that the
because-
white man conveniently changes his story mid interview.
You shot him while he was running away. Whoa! I said he was running
Well, he was running right for me. What do you mean?
away.
I thought you said
towards
he was
me.
running away. Well, here's the thing: the Earth is a globe, right? So he was running away, trying to
Eventually,
get
he was
behind
snuck
me.
up on me.
He was trying to flank me very slowly.
In like 6 to 8 weeks, I would have
Yeah.
been fucking like, whoa.
Yeah, you see a judge is like, I mean, the science checks out.
Checks out. And there's one flat earther yelling, "You should have let him run off the edge."
Or the judge is a flat earther.
Yeah, the judge of the flat Earth is like, shut the fuck up with your NASA nonsense. We all know he would have flown off the edge.
Oh shit! Or he would have hit the ice wall.
ice wall.
I
Oh,
mean,
sorry.
look,
Oh,
clearly,
man.
there's some huge question marks, and just like in most cases, we don't know what or if anything is going to come out of this, right? I mean, are we going to get more information,
I mean,
or
we
are the
do.
journalists just going to drop the story altogether just because their goal is to announce, oh, another black, like this is what Phil was saying. Our goal is just to announce that another black man has died, and then the story ends. We'll be able to?
I'm gonna be
follow
honest
up
with you.
on
I don't
this?
like the fact that you even said another black man. I don't like the fact that now we're making it a black issue since it wasn't profile. This is clearly a shitty policing issue.
It feels that way.
Because the way you're making it sound is that if it was a white guy, we wouldn't hear about it, which is crazy.
No,
Because
but
the cops should be held accountable regardless of who they shoot. That's the
Exactly. And
steps
what
to
I'm
take.
saying-
Whether or
what
not
I'm
we
wondering
agree with
is-
that.
What I'm wondering is if the media is going to follow up on this story, or if for them it's just another case of a black guy being shot in period, and let's move on. You know?
This seems deeper. This seems like this shows a lot of cracks in our system in terms of how we deal with mental people. People with mental
Again,
problems.
though, Repentigny's police force as the gold standard for what is representative of policing in Quebec.
But I didn't say it's representative of Quebec. But let's say the Pontigny police force. Let's say now this sheds light on them. They have shitty training. They have no idea how to deal with people with mental problems. Then you have to address that. You get it. Whatever this shines a light on. If the training is global, if everybody in Quebec is trained the same, then all of it is
I don't know,
screwed.
do they?
Yeah, I have no idea. That's what I'm saying. If it's just
Yeah,
them,
yeah, everyone gets the same training. I mean, there's I think one
George,
school in
who's
Quebec in Nicolet.
even I
or-
know, and I'm not sure. I am. I'm borderline. There's basically one bad day, and I'm a mental retard. And even I know that you don't treat people the same. Like, say in the street when you're walking down, and there's a homeless guy, right? You know the ones that are fucked in the head. They're yelling at you. They're trying. You don't attack them. You know they're not well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you keep your distance.
As opposed to a mugger who's like, "Give me your wallet." I'll be like, "You're gonna take this fucking dick." You know, there's a big difference.
That
You will
dude
attack.
is porno
You know,
fast.
no, but you know what I'm saying? Like you don't treat them the same, and that's just common sense. So a mental guy running away, you don't fucking shoot him.
Especially when
Yeah.
he had a little pocket knife, bro.
Yeah, what's he gonna do with a
Like,
pocket?
man, I thought he pulled
got-
out with
I
a
got,
fucking military
Machete.
fucking.
I have an interesting story if you guys want. Years ago, I was like 17. I was walking home from where I used to work on La Belle Province.
Yes.
It was like a block to my house, right? And I had just been paid, so I had a bunch of cash on me. And I'm wearing this suede coat that my mom bought me, like for Christmas. I hated it, but it was this big suede coat, right?
In the summer.
No, it was winter. It was like late
Doesn't
winter.
suede if you can't get wet or whatever.
Yeah, suede is dumb. So I'm wearing this suede coat, and this little Filipino guy comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, I like your jacket." I was like, "All right, thank you." I keep walking. He's like, "Give me your jacket."
You didn't even fit in it.
And I'm like, "No, like go away." And he pulls out literally the world's smallest knife. It's like this long.
He's like, I got this.
He's like, "I'm gonna stab you." I'm like, "That won't even puncture the jacket." So he lunges at me, and it just folds on him, and it cuts his fingers.
No, man.
And I look at him. I'm like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "No, I'm bleeding." And he runs off. I was like, "Well, that was interesting." But like
That was a good cut thing.
he did a good one before, and then he ruined it.
Knife stab flesh.
Knife stab. He's just saying words now. Knife
Is
stab
that what
flesh.
you looked up?
Red, pink,
You
blue.
looked knife stab flesh. You know what? At least you looked up the right thing.
I mean, I guess. Yeah. Anyways, that was just a little side note. Sorry. It's just the world's smallest knife. It's hilarious.
Tell us what's going on there, G.
Before we move on to the next story, you know what I saw this morning? I just want to let you know you're gonna appreciate this. So you know how we make fun of police officers on bicycles
Also,
Yeah, I can't help it.
or cadets on?
I mostly make fun of adults.
bicycles?
cadets is fair. Like they're
Hold on.
cadets. They don't get a car yet.
Hold on, guess what I saw this morning? A ticket warden on a bicycle going around on a bicycle.
What's a ticket warden?
A ticket warden.
What the fuck's a ticket warden?
It's those motherfuckers that give the parking.
They're called
tickets.
meter maids.
Yeah, ticket warden. That's way too of like a high class.
He's not
No,
the warden.
they're green onions.
Like we're a
I
prison.
heard ticket warden. I don't know.
I've
They're
never
meter
heard that. He
maids.
might be wrong,
meter
right?
maids.
But
Whatever.
what about
Meter
the men
maids,
who are
ticket
meter
warden.
maids?
Huh?
What about the men who are are they meter maids or are they meter sirs?
Meter butlers.
Meter butlers?
Yeah, meter butler. But there was no
Meter men.
meter. Well, what do you say when there's no meter involved?
There is a meter involved.
Their job is to check meters.
Yeah.
No, but this guy was parked at the corner.
Okay.
So there was no meter.
But what is his job? What is his function?
Yeah, that's his job.
His job is to check meters.
That's like saying if a police officer is sitting in his car, he's not policing, therefore he's not a police officer.
He's just an officer.
You're a bit of an idiot.
I think it makes sense for these guys to be on bikes. Actually,
It does make sense. Now you can
does.
throw branches.
yeah. throw a leg out. They're honest. What a bad karma job, though. What a bad juju job.
That's one job. I would rather be a garbage man.
I remember my dad once. He had lost his job.
I would
and
actually like to be a
He was
garbage man.
offered to do it. He's like, "I'm not doing that. That's a terrible job. It's bad. You're screwing people over. You're not even serving the city in any way."
I
If
would-
comedy fails, I might become a garbage man.
I
You
would-
don't
I can't
work.
see you as a garbage man.
No, I could see myself whistling.
I've seen
Yeah?
you take out a garbage bag.
You reek after though.
Yeah, I don't like it. That's true.
Yeah,
I don't
I
like
don't-
the smell. However, I do like feeling accomplished. So I work 5-6 hours. I go home. I'm like, I did it.
I don't know. I'm
helped
picturing
society.
the guys that I see taking out trash, like in my neighborhood, and they're like, shirtless, smoking 2 cigarettes at the same time, double fisting Red Bull, and just tossing bags and having the times of their lives. And that just doesn't seem like
You had me at fisting,
they're
but yeah,
paid-
it doesn't seem like me.
They're paid $45 an hour.
Do they make 45? I mean, look, no one wants to do it, and it's a job we need. It's an important fucking service.
I would negotiate. I would do it for 50.
I would go recycling. If you're gonna do it, do recycling. It smells
same
less.
shit.
It smells less.
I'm bringing them to the same place. It's all
Yeah,
farce.
but you're not riding on the back of a stinky ass truck. It's recycling.
Yeah, I know what
Just
you're saying.
paper and shit.
I don't know.
Compost. The compost truck must
Maybe
be
there's
the
got to be
worst.
something for your nose.
Time. You get used to it.
Average salary is 40 grand a year. Average.
How many
I
hours
mean,
you
that's
work?
not.
How many
not bad
hours
for
you work in a day?
I don't know, 17?
No, you don't work 7. I think you work like 5 hours a day. or
Not
something.
me.
5 hours a day about.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because the
That's
different neighborhoods, different sectors.
Yeah, you do it in the-
They probably do an 8-hour shift, guys.
You do it in the middle of the day, bro. At night, you go do some stand up or a rock concert. Who the fuck knows?
You walk out and they're like, you tell a few jokes like, you stink. Wow, this is my best material. No, you physically smell.
Yeah, like, you stink. I know it's my job, all right.
Me would be plumber.
My puppy's gotta eat.
Plumber will be more
No,
complicated.
You just want to do that because you've seen it in so many pornos.
no.
Yeah.
No, I just want to lay pipe.
No,
You just want a hot young guy to have trouble with his pipe, and you just help him unclog it.
Unclog my drain.
No, it's more complicated being a plumber. There's a lot of shit, but the garbage man is pretty simple.
Yeah, no,
You
but
pick
I mean,
up the
like,
bag, you throw it there, you put it back. I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science.
Uh,
I remember a buddy of mine had come from Greece, and he was like, he had found out, Presby, and he's like, they make like fucking $50 an hour.
yeah, who else is gonna do the job?
I go, yeah, I know. He goes, in Greece, they're like the lowest members of society. They make shit money. I'm like, why would anyone do it? He goes, it's a good question.
Didn't at some
Like,
point in
and
New
it is.
York the garbage men went on strike and that's
You know,
why
Everywhere.
you're thinking of the sanitation disposal guys.
But everybody, even in Toronto, they had one on strike one summer, and the whole city stank. It took 3 days for
We
people.
We had a
One in
garbage
Montreal
strike
too,
too
I
at one
think.
point.
We
I
had a
think.
garbage strike.
Yeah. So that's when cities realized like fuck these guys are
Here it complicated things when there was the garbage strike. Everybody got confused, even the politicians, because like who's on strike? Because we're all trash. Who is?
I was waiting for it. That was a good one.
You're welcome.
That was a
But
very good one.
I think.
Oh, George is
I-
still here.
I could be wrong, but I think it's no longer a public like before. It used to belong to the cities, the service, so they were considered, sort
No,
of
the
public
the service is, but they outsource it all.
exactly. So it's a private company that
It's
they
classic
that-
socialism pretending to be a government service. Just overpaying
no, but
for
it makes more sense. I mean, think about it, man. You have they consider themselves like a public servants. They go on strike, you're screwed. What do you do? Whereas now it's like, okay, what's the contract? What do I need to pay you? Let's get the
The
lowest
job done.
bids. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
but-
There you go.
Yeah, but they don't take the lowest bid. They take the one that, the most mob adjacent company.
Whatever it is, you're paying for a service that doesn't come from you. So I mean, you're avoiding instances where you can have these kinds of strikes and have your city stink for 4 days.
What's next on the docket?
I
We
want
all
to
just
stay
lost
on the
interest in
shooting
that.
thing because
Oh, we're still
I mean,
on the shooting
this
thing,
is,
yeah.
This is just following through to what we're saying just before you came in, Pantelis. There, that the last couple of weeks and months, we've seen this rise in criminality, shootings. I mean, there's something crazy happening in Montreal. I'm not sure exactly what the fuck it is. So aside from this poor guy getting shot, there was another instance in RDP this time.
I saw
Oh yeah,
that.
you know what? When you said Repentigny, by the way, I think in my head I was thinking RDP.
It might as well be
Yeah.
RDP. It's all the same shit.
Yeah, I mean, and this is crazy. I mean, it's getting to a level that it's like straight out of movies, man.
What
It's like
happened?
there was a drive-by shooting that took place on Monday. This is an RDP, broad daylight, man. In the
Fucking
like in
does
the
a
middle of the day,
drive-by on a
7 p.m.
Monday?
7 p.m. on a Monday, you're driving through a residential street. 3 people were killed, 2 other ones were injured. They just drove by an apartment. They stopped, they opened fire, and then they drove off.
This seems Italian related.
Wait, did they kill random people or were the targets affected?
They were targeted. They were in front of 2, I think. 3 were in front of the building that died, and the other 2 were inside the apartment where the shots were.
Describe the
well-
victims.
Oh, then I'm not really that upset. I'll tell you why. Because you know what I'm just saying. You know what you're getting into. So if all the victims were people within that world, good. Keep it within that world. What I don't like is like if you saw in New York the day drive-bys when they're shooting little kids.
That happened last year during COVID in RDP.
Yeah,
They
that
killed a
kind
little
of
girl.
that kind of shit I don't like. That kind of shit I'm against.
so
But
that's
if
what they're
criminals are killing other criminals and innocent bystanders are not affected, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna sit here
You're
and
kind of affected. You're
like
walking
that's
down
the
street.
world you're in. Like I'm gonna cry if someone loses their lacrosse game. Well, you're in lacrosse. That's what happens. You're gonna win or you're gonna fucking lose, bro. It's not my problem.
So the problem here is it.
I guess.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's a dog eat dog world, whatever. Let them fucking figure it out amongst themselves. And many times the cops actually do it. Like, fuck it. They'll figure it out themselves.
Yeah.
They'll clean each other out. But like the case that Phil is mentioning, sometimes you have bystanders that get killed. And
Yeah,
I mean,
that
this is
I'm
a
not
residential.
for.
Yeah, what happens if, you're shooting at apartment number 2 and you miss and you shoot into apartment number 1 or 3 or whatever? You know what I mean? So this can be happening. And this apartment building has been shot at. This is the second time. This is the second time it happens within the last 2 months, from what I read. So the residents are now worried about their own lives. Police obviously say that this is an unprecedented event. It happens like in broad daylight like this. We've never seen stuff like this happen, and they're convinced that this is just an escalation of gang-related violence. In fact, they're sure.
Well, yeah, obviously it's not two competing maid services. What a bunch of dumb cops. We think it might be gang-related, the shooting. Our initial theory that it was a bunch of Girl Scouts gone wild isn't holding any weight.
The cookie wars of RDP.
Yeah, so like I said, there were 5 men who were inside and outside the residence that were hit.
5 men? You mean 5 non-birthing individuals?
2 out of the 3 that died were 29, and the third one was 63 years old. The other 2, they're expected to recover. All of the men were known by the police, and one of the victims was found with a firearm on him. And like I said, this same building was targeted by gunfire back in June. So, I mean, there seems to be sort of a story around that.
Is there a big billboard outside of the building that says "shoot here"? That might be the problem.
Yeah,
I mean,
shoot here.
but jokes aside,
This is where
Target
we're
was
hiding.
having that issue in the States for years.
Yeah, people would drive by Targets just shooting. Look, what I'm saying is I don't want this stuff to happen in our city, in our country, actually anywhere. However, as long as innocent people are not being hurt,
Yeah, but the fact that
I
it's
have
happening,
zero emotional attachment to
but
it.
you run the risk of innocent people being hurt. That's the problem.
No, it already happened. What I'm saying
It
is,
can happen again.
yeah, but
No,
what
the
do you?
point isn't to have
No,
any
you're not
emotion.
understanding. It already happened. It happened, let's say yesterday, right? Why would I feel bad? This is criminals doing criminal shit, getting criminal shit results. I'm not gonna think about this and feel bad. If an innocent person was killed, it's different. I'm not saying treat it differently in the sense that don't try to find out who did and put them in jail.
Oh, okay,
Continue
that's
the
fine,
invest.
sure.
I'm not saying let them go wild. Continue the
okay.
investigation.
But who
But
cares?
emotionally, the fuck do I care, bro? That's what happens. That's the life you chose.
Yeah, no,
can't take the heat.
issue
You
here
live by
is
the
that
sword, you
why
die by
has
the
it been
sword.
so accentuated in the last couple weeks and months? And what exactly will the city or will the province do? I mean, look, the shooting incited reactions by politicians, obviously at all levels. The mayor of Montreal, she said that she was shocked and.
And
Wait,
that
she's
bikes
in
are
the-
the future.
Does RDP count as Montreal?
Yeah,
It's her jurisdiction.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's in the.
It has bike
thing.
lanes. It's hers.
So I mean, look, they're now. There's going to be an announcement, I believe, today at 11. So I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen. The city police said that we're vowed to work with police to put an end to the violence. They already called on the SQ to somehow see how they can work together. I can't remember who it was that said maybe perhaps we should bring back the same model that they came up with in the mid 90s. That it was called Carcajou. Carcajou was
Where they hunted black people.
so it was an operation to put an end to these gang-related violences that actually worked. It was the combination of the police of Montreal, the SQ, and the RCMP, and it actually worked. So I'm not sure exactly what
I'm
has
just
happened
curious.
since.
So for the last 20 years, we've decided to not arrest criminals.
Organized
No,
crime criminals.
I don't know exactly how they worked or what exactly did. I'm in mid.
We're taking this shooting seriously as opposed to the other ones. What the fuck is going on here, bro?
I mean, it's serious. I mean, the number of homicides just this year with these deaths are at 16 already. And
Is that more than usual?
I mean,
Yeah. Quite a bit more.
what'd you say?
Is that more than usual? Because I have a theory.
It is more than usual. It is
I-
more than usual. And last December, if you guys remember, Montreal police, they announced that they were going to create this squad dedicated to fighting arms trafficking. Remember we spoke about that? And then
Yeah,
2
the
months
squad pew pew.
Somebody needs to fight traffic in general.
I don't know what what it's called, but just to go back to Phil's story, I mean, just a couple weeks after that thing was announced, that 15-year-old girl was killed in what seemed to be, like a drive-by shooting gone wrong, right? The poor
She
girl
was not
left
a
in the back
trafficker of
wrong
arms.
time.
No,
She got shot.
No, she was not.
So anyways, like I said, they've asked the SQ to help to control the situation.
But here's my thing,
now-
because I feel like we're running around in circles as a society. How on earth, if they're not going after these guys beforehand, how on earth can they prevent? Like
They can't. They're just
yeah,
reactionary. They gotta say shit.
this-
It's an election.
Exactly. You guys got to be careful with what you
don't
believe.
know if they're not going after them, right?
No, because
we-
here's what I'm saying. Right now,
are.
they can't preemptively be like, tomorrow you're gonna do a drive-by, so I'm preemptively gonna arrest you on the grounds that
Future
in the
crimes.
future you're doing a drive. They don't know that, so they're always gonna be coming in at the end of it. You get it? The only way would be if, like right now, they said that they're familiar to them, the people that got shot, right? So if the cops worth anything and they understand what's going on in their neighborhood, they
They're
know.
going to increase the monitoring. They're going to increase the
No,
pressure.
you see, again, that's stupid, George. That's what they always do. That's how people get shot. If they know who the fuck the rival gang is, who the gang members are, all the resources should be put on them, on following them, on investigating them, not just policing the fucking area. Because when a crime is to happen, it doesn't happen where it's like those people, that old story about the guy who got drunk outside and he lost his keys in the middle of the night. And they found him. He was under one of those lampposts in the middle of the night looking. And they go, what's going on? What are you doing here? He goes, I'm looking for my keys. Like, you dropped them around here? He's like, no, I dropped them down there, but there's no light down there, so I'm looking over here. It's the same type of idiocy. It's the same type of lunacy. So you think that they're going to be waiting till you police them and then they're going to shoot someone? No, they're going to go kill someone there's no cop presence around there. Another person they need to kill. You have to monitor them, you fucking imbeciles.
So what you're saying is we should
look,
fund the police.
I don't know how it works, but can the police just randomly say, well, we know you're part of a gang.
That's
so
racial
we're gonna
profiling.
investigate you. We're going to stop you. Can they do that? Or do they need like a motive? Do they need like something tangible for them to move in? I don't know. I mean, yeah.
Brodigan is dropping $5 in the super chat.
That's a very important question.
He
I'm
wants to
gonna
know
ask
if
you the question.
You asked me the
So,
question.
Pantelis, is it hard out there for a pimp? Because I saw the photo of Poseidon. The photo of Poseidon shared of you.
Poseidon.
Poseidon shared yesterday of your drip. So tell us, is it hard out there to be a pimp? Or for a pimp?
It is a little hard. I'll be honest with you. It's a little hard out there for a pimp. People expect pimp-related things from you all the time. Sometimes you just want to take
It's
a
a lot
break.
of
You don't
pressure.
want to be a pimp.
It's a lot of pimp pressure.
It's a lot of pressure.
And then you got to manage your hose.
Dude, the hose is difficult to manage.
Yeah, the trap house gets out of
Very,
control
very
so
yappy,
fast.
very yappy.
Yappy hose.
You only have so many backhands.
Yeah, what was up with all that drip yesterday? I saw that.
There was no drip. He just posted a thing of him refusing to button his shirt.
But you were just like,
Okay, I didn't know he was. I was just
and there was
rolling.
Miami music. I
I
just
was
thought maybe you
rolling
guys
up.
were starting a world
he
tour.
took a photo. I wasn't even looking. He took a photo. I was rolling up my sleeves.
That's how we know you's a pimp, because you wasn't even looking.
I was trying to see how the shirt fit, and I purchased that shirt.
Did you?
Yeah.
Where are you going to wear that shirt?
I purchased all that. It's a
Many
silk
a
shirt.
shirt?
I purchased like 3 or 4 of them, different ones. I purchased.
Tiny bit of success. You just buying silk clothes.
No. The only reason why I did is because there was like a crazy sale.
Yeah.
Like
You
that's
still
why we
park
went.
X in your heart. I like that.
Yeah, because he told me about it. There was
Bro,
this.
I bought a $450 sport jacket for $50.
Yeah,
$50,
that's why.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Polo
why I
Ralph
went.
You
Lauren,
can
bro.
get $50 sport
They were
jackets
just
for
giving-
$10
Hold on,
down
bro.
the
This
hall.
is Polo Ralph Lauren.
Yeah, they were just giving shit away. That's why I went.
100% wool and shit,
Yeah,
bro.
that's because nobody needs
Fucking-
Okay,
dressy clothes
listen to this.
anymore.
Listen to this. I got a green suede jacket, like a jazz club.
Stop, you
Yeah,
did
listen to
not.
this. A green suede
You're the
jacket.
mask.
Yeah, like the mask, like the mask. I got like
Oh,
those 3 silk shirts. I got a tie. I got all kinds of shit. How much you think it went in the end? $194. Bro, $194
deal.
is just a jacket normally.
But my question is, why do you need so much fancy attire?
Oh, and I bought 3 pairs of like these different shorts. I
sold
I
shorts
didn't
there?
need. It's just he brought me there because they were doing a sale, and then I got carried away.
What is this place? It's
Moore's.
Oh, it's Moore's.
Yeah, I went to Moore's.
Oh, I thought it was like some kind of one of these like underground pimp.
No.
supply
It was just
shops.
I was there with him. Everything was like super cheap. I said, "Fuck it, I'll just get some
Oh,
stuff."
okay, all right.
Yeah, like
green
mine-
suede jacket, eh?
Mine is
You have to see it.
Crushed velvet?
It's completely insane.
Let's do a photo shoot.
Yeah, it's completely
and the
insane.
pattern is nice.
Yeah, there's a pattern on it and
And you
shit.
got to tie to match.
I'm dressed like a black man. It's it's very, very trendy. Yeah. I got it because we might start doing stuff at.
That is the quote I want. One day when he's like, if something pops off or he does something illegal, and the news shows like a file photo of him in the green jacket, it says Pantelis. I'm dressed like a black man.
Yeah, well, I got it because we might start doing a weekly show at a big jazz venue.
Okay.
And I figured, I gotta
Pantelis live at the Apollo.
Pimpin' ain't easy.
like I gotta everyone at the whole jazz club is looks super fucking like cool. You know?
Has that vibe.
I gotta look a little cool in the jazz
I
club.
understand. I want someone in the Discord to find that special that Cat Williams did and put his face on there because he's got the green suede. You know the one. He's like, I am my baby's Cocoa Puffs. That one. Must have been them damn insurgents.
Anyways, so we fucked around. We bought some shit, and that's what we did yesterday. And then he took a
Good for you guys.
he took a photo.
All that disposable income, huh? Nice.
Disposable income. I don't think you're hearing.
Yeah, penny drops.
Yeah, I got silk shirts for $25, bro.
That was
So good.
I got a very nice T-shirt for $10.
You're like the little Dicky of comedy.
I'm looking
'Cause
for a
he's not
sale.
that funny anymore.
I'm looking for sales.
Yeah.
But that's how I buy all my shit, bro.
I never pay full price for anything. I mean,
Never,
that's not
bro.
true. If my wife is watching, she's going to pop up in the chat. I just buy. I don't know what anything costs. What did that cost, Phil? 1972. She's like, it's a very specific price, and you're lying. I'm like, I don't know.
yeah,
Maybe.
So long as I see a price reduction that has happened 3 times on the article, that's when I buy it.
Doesn't that bother you, though? Like, when I buy something that's been reduced 3 times, I just know they're fucking with us.
But they always fuck with us. You know when I learned this? I learned this years ago with that it's all fake. With Dano used to work here in this on this street. He used to work on one of these factories
in the garment district.
in the garment district. And you know what he told me, George? This is fucking hilarious. So there was like different sets of shirts. Let's say black T-shirts, okay?
Yeah.
Or dress shirts rather. And it was the same. They made them. It was the same shirts. They brought them in and did all that, but they would tag them differently. So the Bay would get a couple hundred, and they were tagged for them, and they were priced differently. But the same shirt was given to other stores like that, like let's say Simon's, and they were tagged differently, and they were priced differently. But it's the same fucking shirt. And I learned this years ago when he told me, and I was like, yeah, fuck that. I never want to pay full price.
I mean, I understand that. Like,
I think I haven't paid more than $20 for a T-shirt.
we went with because Anna had the day off. We went to Uniqlo downtown. I haven't been downtown in
Yeah,
forever.
this is free merch I got. Yeah, they gave me
Yeah.
they gave me like a couple of these.
Those are great. What's on the back?
Nothing.
Oh man, I want one.
Yeah, I have one.
I just hate when they have back
Where
prints.
did I leave
There's
one?
no back print.
Oh,
I
no.
can give you.
Yeah,
one.
I want one of those.
It's XL though, but it's
Might be a problem.
It's short. It's short.
I'm a medium.
I know, but it's short.
I'm a tiny man. No, we went to Uniqlo and it was weird because like style has changed through the pandemic. Like we went through that active wear phase, right, where everyone was just in jogging pants.
Yeah.
And now we're in like a weird early '90s phase, but it has like just like a sprinkling of communism because everyone is in monochromatic taupe
Yeah.
gear, and I was like, one, why does no one's clothes fit them anymore? Like I hated that part of the '90s where everything was like over like.
Wait till you see the shit I buy. I look like a Colombian drug dealer.
I believe it.
Baggy and all that shit.
Not
yeah.
not baggy, not like that, like old school rap vibe, with the low pants. Not that. I just mean like ill-fitting pants, and like either really
I
really
know what you're talking
psychedelic
about.
or like monochromatic.
Yeah.
Like, why are you in all taupe? Are you on a fucking Chinese prison camp? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I get it. And
yeah.
the really short pants
And the
shit.
fucking bucket Kangol style hats. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what is happening?
I never follow trends. I just like to dress how I like to. Like if
Yeah.
I like it and it looks on me, I don't
I
give
mean,
a fuck.
I don't know if
what
I follow trends. Like, I know what's trendy. Like, I have a pretty good idea. Like, and if I see something I like, I'll buy it. But for the most part, I live by a simple standard. As a man, your style stops evolving and achieves its final form the second you have a kid. Whatever you're wearing this when you had a kid, that's your uniform, and this is it for me: black T-shirt and jeans.
But black T-shirt and jeans is amazing because you
Yeah.
can wear it anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere. It's
Or white T-shirt and jeans. That's a very good.
I can't
Yeah.
wear white T-shirts, man.
Why?
My fucking hairs come through the shirt.
Oh
the
yeah,
chest
he's
hair.
very hairy.
It's a fucking problem.
Very hairy.
Like I put it
It's
on,
true, though.
and it's just like you can see the hair pattern all over. Anna's like, nice, but take it off.
It looks like he's hiding a Christmas tree on
Wait,
the
wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
I have something for you.
George is dying all the way.
Hold on, I have something for you.
Yeah.
Wear a white undershirt.
I'm not gonna wear 2 shirts. A white.
You don't wear
t-shirt-
undershirts.
Not
I
when
wear
Not when I
undershirts.
wear a T-shirt.
Yeah, I'm wearing a t-shirt. I have
What?
an undershirt under.
No, I wear an undershirt when I
Because
wear a
sometimes I
long
gotta
sleeve
take it off, and then I just have the undershirt, the wife beater, and I'm just standing there like,
Also,
oh, what's up,
I
guys?
can't-
Also, if you
What, guys?
also the whole point of an undershirt is so that you can reuse that same T-shirt because it'll absorb that undershirt will
Dude,
absorb
are you not
some
paying
sweat.
fucking attention? I have a built-in undershirt.
Yeah.
Okay, it protects my skin from the fabric.
You know what his
It's
hair is like on his
moisture
chest?
wicking.
You know those hard sponges, the silver ones?
No, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's like that.
And my beard is
It's
like
like a metal sponge.
Nah, man.
The
Relax.
SOS sponge.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
mind you,
yeah,
I
yeah,
did- I
exactly.
found-
George.
So this T-shirt I'm wearing, it's actually like, I don't know if you can tell. It's like on the inside it's thicker.
Uh-huh.
I have a white one. I can wear it. The hairs, only some of them get out, like the really
'Cause it's thick.
rowdy ones. Yeah, it's a little thicker and it's like. What's
You need to wear chainmail like you're fighting dragons.
Look, it is like chainmail. It's like piqué or whatever it's called. I love it, and I like a
Piqué?
good pocket here. I don't know why. I like a pocket here. I like to put stuff in it.
Je like le pocket.
Le pocket.
You like a le
chest.
pocket?
But yeah, I have a built-in singlet. I'm wearing it all the time. I never sweat because the hair creates like a layer of insulation of air that flows.
Je ne souhaite pas, bro.
When I go to Greece and I do my back, I fucking sweat like crazy. I'm like, how do people live like this? It's touching me. Because I can't wear a fucking wife beater. I have fucking hair all the way up my arms.
Have you ever? Yeah, you have a lot. Yeah, it's weird.
And I don't have a lot. It's just spread. I'm
No,
not
you have a
actually as
lot, though.
hairy
Go-
as people think I am.
Have you ever gone in for waxing?
Like my chest.
Everything.
I've done my back. I've never done my chest. Men should have chest hair.
Yeah,
I'm
have,
okay
I have,
with
I have,
that.
I have chest hair.
I don't know if I should have
but
shoulder.
it's not like you.
I don't think I should have shoulder pad hair. Like I'm not okay with it, but it's there, so I'm leaving it.
Look into laser, man. Just
I don't. You have
guys,
shoulder hair.
I don't care that much.
You have shoulder and down hair.
Yeah, just my whole arm.
I mean, I don't like any of that shit. I gotta get rid of all
This
of
is the
it.
hair that bothers me the most.
To me, I don't know why it bugs
Did
me.
you just gag?
Yeah, he hates it too.
Oh, really?
I don't know why that bugs me. Is that weird?
I don't know. It bothers you that you don't have?
No. If I get a little bit, I take it the fuck off, bro. I don't like any.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm starting to have hair on my upper back.
Yeah, get rid of
a
that
lot
shit.
of it. I'm gonna go wax that shit, bro. You're insane. You're nuts,
You've
bro.
never seen my back, huh?
Ugh.
You don't understand what's going on over there, dude.
It's like a fucking Turkish delight back
Yeah,
there.
it's crazy.
It's still my dad still makes me look like a hairless boy child.
He's like a Moroccan woman.
Yeah, basically. I'm
Amazing.
very hairy man. Very hairy man.
Yeah,
George is
George is dying.
George
bro.
is pretty hairy too.
George,
no?
George is hairy too, but
I'm not hairy at all,
Oh,
guys.
no?
I mean,
You
no,
look like
my-
you would be. You have that surly Balkan style.
No,
No,
I
eh?
don't have.
Pop your shirt
hair
off,
on
George,
my
do it.
back.
My arms are not hairy though.
For men,
but it's more hairy than me.
Yeah, but my arms are not hairy like by contrast to everything
Look at
else.
mine. I can't wait. I'm gonna be in the sun. In
You know
2
what
weeks.
freaks me out? Like
Fuck.
really freaks me out. Hairy armpits on like men who have really bushy hairy armpits. Because I'm a hairy guy. My armpits just have a regular.
Yeah, I
amount
don't
of hair.
have bushy armpits.
It's just
What
weird.
the fuck are we talking about, man?
Body hair.
Yeah.
Body hair on a Wednesday.
I got a
guys.
sexy amount of hair, George. That's how I see it. A sexy, unless there's people that really like hairy people, then
My hair-
I see it as an.
I
I
don't have enough
I
hair.
have an acceptable amount of hair on my body.
That's how I
That's
see
I
how
have
I
an
see it.
unacceptable amount, but
Yeah.
I've come to terms with it. Like when I was growing up, like as a teenager, because while kids were starting to get their first like whisker, I had a beard. And my legs were covered in hair, and they used to make fun of me in high school. They're like, Phil has hair.
there's hair coming out of his shorts.
Yeah, like so. Like I tried to like.
It's like
What is that?
didn't
They're
know-
real adult balls.
It's like the dictator. The movie
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's just a bush.
A bush. No, but yeah, I had like a real complex about it because I was the first kid to get like facial hair, body hair. Subsequently, also the first kid to go bald. But like I've come to terms with it. Whatever. Like I'm hairy.
By the way, I just want people to know that I just finished a coffee that
he's
Phil
having
brought
another
me, and I just started on the coffee that Poseidon brought me.
Yeah. Why didn't you drink
did
the
the opposite.
hot coffee first to keep it hot and have the cold one as it remained cold?
I will
That's
tell
what
you why.
Yeah, that's
You
what I
didn't
did.
think of it.
I will tell you why. No,
Tell me
no,
why.
I did think about it. I've noticed that this cold coffee, if you don't drink it when the ice is still in
It
there,
gets watered
it
down.
gets disgusting.
Yeah.
So I figure I finish this. I'll drink it lukewarm. I'm drinking it more for just to get some caffeine in me.
Because you don't have enough from the instant coffee that went straight like epinephrine to your heart.
I've already told you people. There's a good chance that coffee is what's gonna fucking kill me.
Actually, no. Maybe stopping coffee might kill you. Actually, I'll explain.
Let him go. Yeah.
Coffee actually reduces your blood flow to your brain by 27%, and this
That's
is
not good. That's why I
not
can't
good.
think.
That's
Yeah,
bad.
and hold on, this is a normal coffee drinker. Now you drink so much coffee
I'm brain dead.
that, bro, your reduction of blood flow to the brain must be very intense. Now,
I can't think for too long.
when you stop though, When you stop coffee for more than 24
Why
hours,
is he getting so broy?
that blood flow rushes back to your brain.
And you get a headache.
Here's the, and you
Will
get
I
a
have
headache.
trouble getting erections?
Now here's the,
You do
I
or you
feel
ask?
very
No,
sorry
No,
for
will
you.
I have trouble because all the blood's gonna go to my head and then none's gonna go to my
You're
penis?
gonna have head
no,
erections.
No. Actually, because I got a headache from lack of coffee and my erections were fine.
Okay.
That's strange, but go on.
So a
lot of information.
It was a weekend out of town.
Because if
Sure,
I need
sure.
to balance the blood flow, if there's too much going up, I just need to get erect and balance it out.
No, actually, I think it's gonna do.
The science checks out there.
I'm
My understanding of biology
No,
as a
here's-
filmmaker.
I'm Bill Nye the erection guy.
No, here's
Big P, the pee guy.
no, here's the fear with
Go
this,
on,
is
Dr.
that you're such a
Poseidon.
big coffee drinker. You drink so much coffee that
I do.
Yeah.
your blood flow rushing back to your brain
Will
Could kill
you.
me.
could possibly kill you. Your
Or-
headache will be so intense,
Or,
I could have an aneurysm.
like maybe some shit
So
like
did
that.
you want me to live in fear? Why are you telling me this?
hold on. There's another option. You've been living basically at like an eighth of
I
your
feel like an
capacity.
American guy walking around a desert. I just in fear that everyone's trying to kill me. What's going on here?
Well, hold
This
on.
is why coffee's so popular. They're trying to keep us down, bro.
Yeah, sure. Hold on. What if though? You ever seen Limitless?
Yes.
The movie
Yeah.
where he unlocks all the powers of his brain. What if that's what happens when all the blood flow returns to your head? and
I
you're,
might
like,
be an idiot
mega
because I
mind?
drink too much coffee. That might
Maybe,
be it.
yeah, it might be it. I mean,
The second I stop drinking the
I
coffee,
don't know how
I'm a
you still-
genius.
I really don't know how you still drink fucking frappe, like instant coffee. Once I quit instant coffee, the idea of it, like,
I
makes me
drink
gag.
all forms of coffee.
Do you like Greek coffee?
I do like Greek coffee.
It's just too much hassle to make.
Yeah, it's a pain in
It's
the
a pain
ass.
in
When I
Yeah.
was younger, I didn't like it, but now as an adult, I like it.
My one big issue with Greek coffee is by the time it hits my lips, I need to be on the toilet. Like,
Oh, I don't have
it
that
just
problem.
fucking flushes me out. I'm like, oh shit.
I have strong stomach. My problem with Greek
No,
coffee is
it's,
it's too
it's
much
a
of an
laxative.
investment in time.
But it's so relaxing to just sit and like stir it a little bit. You watch a little fucking foam come
Nah,
up.
I
It's
can't do
nice.
that.
I make it
It's-
for Anna. I haven't made it in a while actually.
You need a good 10 minutes, man, for that.
Yeah,
Greek
it's
coffee.
too much of a commitment.
Yeah, because we don't have those little propane things here. We have to use the fucking element on the stove. It takes forever. You have a little gas propane, the Gazaki. It's ready in 3 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So am I gonna die?
Yes, we're all gonna
No,
die.
no, but it does reduce your blood flow to your brain significantly. Coffee.
Who told you this?
All because one weekend I was away and I didn't
The
have
same
access
weekend.
to coffee, right? And I started getting these crazy headaches, bro.
Bro,
Like,
that's a withdrawal symptom.
Yeah, that's a I don't think it's blood flow because if it was blood flow, I
no, but
think we'd
it's-
all have
the
aneurysms.
withdrawal of symptom is blood flow related, because that blood.
I mean, that kind of, I can't disprove that.
I know,
right
but
now.
wouldn't we all just have at some point, when you just don't drink coffee for a couple of something happens and then you go back into it, that up, down, wouldn't we just
Well, look,
pop?
I used to have like 5-6 espressos a day and like a cup of coffee. Now I have like 2 espressos in the morning. I might have one after lunch, but that's it. I'm done. Like, I don't drink in the afternoon.
and because caffeine
I'm
narrows
fine.
the blood vessels that surround the brain, when consumption is stopped, the blood vessels enlarge. This causes an increase in blood flow around the brain and pressures surrounding nerves. This can trigger what is known as caffeine withdrawal headache.
Yes,
That's it,
but the
though.
same thing
But
happens
can
when
it
you
can
quit
it can
smoking.
it can it trigger?
No, you're
brain
fine.
hemorrhage.
Oh, no, I
No.
was fucking with you, bro. It was a joke.
Why are you taking him seriously? What is
I
happening?
was just, I was just fucking with you, bro.
I don't know, but I'm scared. Look, I constantly live in fear.
Do you really?
I have many fears. One is coffee killing me because I love it so much.
I do
What
think
you love
drink
will
too
kill
much
you.
Coffee.
Also, terrorism. Many fears.
That's 2. It's just 2 fears. It's not bad actually.
lot.
I got like 16 ridiculous fears that don't make any sense. You should slow down on the coffee though, because you're one of the few comedians who's sober most of the time.
Yes.
But you're so hopped up on coffee. I truly wonder what you'd be like without it.
Look, the first 2 or 3 days you're gonna have terrible headaches. But then-
Truth is, look, I
Don't
don't
quit. No, don't
look,
quit
look, here's the
anything.
thing. The truth is, I don't want to claim that I'm a superhuman, George, but evidence would suggest I'm superhuman. I'll tell you why.
Tell me why.
There have been many times where I forget to drink coffee for a day or two, depending on what I'm doing. I'm not really
day or two.
a day or two, and then I just go up on stage and I'm my fucking self. Look, guys,
You are a fucking liar.
I swear to God, it's happened before, especially.
Which God? The God of Abraham or
No,
one
no,
of
no,
those
no.
other
Listen,
ones?
like let's say Fridays, if I don't have podcasts, sometimes I don't think about it at home and I'm rushing around. I gotta do stuff. I don't make myself coffee, and when I'm out, I don't want to wait in line because Tim Hortons the line is too big. So I'll go 2 days and then I'll be
That
like,
part
oh
I
fuck,
believe.
I haven't drank coffee in 2 days. But anyways, I'll go up on
Does your
stage.
head hurt?
My head doesn't. My head hurts for other reasons. It's never because of coffee. My head hurts because of like I deal with people like you. But and I'll go up and do it.
Bastard.
Yeah.
You fuck
Yeah.
guy.
I'm just saying. But mentally, I'm addicted to coffee. I love the taste of coffee, the smell of coffee. I like hanging around,
right there with
discussing
you.
stuff with
Yeah.
coffee.
I've switched because I can't quit the flavor of coffee. George is like, I have news stories, guys. I did research. I drink decaf at night. I bought decaf espresso. It's not the chemical decaf. It's
Have you come out to your parents or just to us?
My parents drink coffee like you do, literally. It's
Exactly,
like
that's what I'm
10
saying.
PM and they'll drink a cup of coffee.
That's what I'm saying.
And
If
they're
you
like,
tell
"I don't
Bill,
sleep well."
if you tell Bill I got decaf, he's gonna be like, I raised a faggot.
No, I gave Bill a decaf 2 nights ago, and in espresso because he doesn't really like
tricked him.
espresso. And he's drinking. He's like, I don't know how you drink this shit. It's too strong. I'm like,
There's
"What do you mean?" He
nothing
goes,
in it.
It's too much caffeine. I go, it's decaf, and he was like,
But it tastes strong.
and he just walked away with it. I'm like, fuck you.
Decaf might be the way to go for me because
The flavor's there.
The flavor's there.
But you gotta find a good decaf because most decaf sucks. I have a good decaf in the other room. I can make.
I'll
one if
try
you
it.
want. Yeah.
Yeah.
George,
Let's go.
What
with
else
the
did
best
you do?
decaf.
What
that's such a
else?
vague. George, go on.
Yeah.
That's all the time we have. Thank you for tuning into the morning show on this, the 4th of August.
Let's move on over to COVID-19 for a second.
Ah!
Boo!
Yeah, because last episode, remember your Pantelis was asking, are the cases going to go up in the fall?
Yeah, they're gonna lock us down.
Even though the vaccination is going well. Well, it so happens that the cases started climbing up again in Quebec. In the last week, we registered almost 1,000 cases.
Woo-hoo!
The hospitalizations, however, and the deaths are remain low, which
That's
is
good.
good news. I mean, people are getting infected, but less are dying of it. But most of these cases are reported in the 20 to 39-year-old demographic, which is also the demographic
Whoa,
is
that's
the
our
least
demographic.
Yeah, it's also the demographic. It's the least vaccinated. So I mean, there's definitely
Thug life.
I'm guessing there's a connection there.
Probably not.
Now on to what you were saying last week. A lot of health experts believe that this trend will continue in the coming weeks, and they're worried about the fall and the schools opening up again.
Can I just say something? Why are they worried about it when that demographic, even when infected, much like the flu,
Survives.
doesn't fucking die?
Because they may infect someone else that may die.
Dude, all the people that we should have avoided infecting, we already killed them.
I don't know. Anyways,
I would say 90% of them. I'm sure there's still some of them out there fucking doing their thing.
God damn it, this is
Superhumans.
crazy now.
Well, those ones aren't killable.
Maybe.
Here's the thing now. Here's the thing, because there's more and more of a wave of people that are pressuring the Legault government to immediately implement a vaccination passport, including the Quebec Liberal opposition leader Dominique Anglade, but also
Fuck that guy.
In a world.
it's a woman. But
Men
also
are women.
Michel Leblanc, who's the president of the Montreal Chamber of Commerce and who doesn't want the businesses to suffer again should another shutdown have to occur. So as for Dominique Anglade, she's now calling them freedom passports. She believes that Quebec needs to act now and to create a clear framework that will define the kinds of activities that non-vaccinated people can participate in.
That's insane.
Should a fourth wave of this virus emerge. She said that the efforts to increase awareness, particularly among the youth, should be more and more intensified, which I kind of agree with. I still don't know where I stand on this vaccination passport, and I'll be honest with you. And I'll tell you why after. But just for everyone listening or watching, the government has already announced that there is a possibility of creating a vaccination passport only as of September, and only if the cases were to start climbing again to like a worrying level, right?
But George, this is what's fucking crazy. It feels like I'm in a fucking the Twilight Zone. The cases can only go up if people are getting tested, okay? Same thing that happened last year. If you're not getting tested and you're asymptomatic or it doesn't really hurt you that much and you're out for 2 days, no one's going to know. So the problem is now no one has time. Like, whatever, I'm fine. But the same fucking type of people, if they go get tested, even if they go home after, like, I'll be fine in 2 days, it still counts. So what happens is the cases go up when more and more people get tested, because especially the media is making everyone scared. You're going to die. You're going to die. And then everyone has to suffer because of that shit.
Look, you're absolutely right. I'm not very much concerned about the number of cases. It's the hospitalizations that I look at, and obviously the deaths.
Yeah,
But
it's okay.
the rising number the rising number in cases, like I said before, seems to indicate that there's a much wider risk of other people getting infected and potentially increasing the
Okay,
hospitalizations.
hold on. So if our trouble is the hospitalizations, which you're right, it is, how the fuck come we're not putting money into the hospital still? After all these years, they've been complaining. Hospital workers, doctors, and nurses have been complaining about their conditions for years. Now, after 2 years of this shit, They're still putting money in nonsense, but they're not putting money into the fucking hospitals here. So the crux of it, right? Our hospital here can't handle 20 people in the fucking emergency room, and we can't fix that. We can't give any money to them. So these people have been complaining for years. They're not going to get any money.
There's a big problem. The health personnel is overworked. They're tired. Everyone is fucking complaining. They've come to a point where they just can't fucking handle anymore. But to go back to the passport thing, I'm not so sure where I stand. Like I don't want it because of the fact that, you know, the whole human rights aspect of it. Like, fuck off. I don't need to demonstrate to anyone if I've been vaccinated or not, or to have access to any facility. But at the same time, I'm thinking of these business owners that have taken a huge slap in the face, and because of people that, and it's their right, not to be vaccinated, but because of them, they need to suffer. And for some reason, because I knew that you're obviously opposed to this, I thought of Mike Ward in the Comedy Club. Okay,
I'm opposed. I'm opposed to forced vaccinations of something like this, where 99.9% of the people who are getting infected survive. That's what I'm opposed to, the forced vaccination.
I'll give you a hypothetical question. Maybe you can.
But I have to get vaccinated. I have no choice because I want to go. I got to go to New York. I got to go to all these places. So I have no choice. I'm being forced.
Look, maybe you can answer, maybe you don't, or if you have the answer, maybe you can't say it. I don't know. But like, I was thinking of Mike for the other day, and I'm thinking like, see these businessmen, like especially your industry that took a huge hit. You know, the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
The guy has a club, and the government tells him, well, look, if you want to operate your club, make sure the people that go in are vaccinated. If you own this club, aren't you going to fucking do it because you want to survive?
But again, that's bullying, because you are going to do it, but you're not going to do it because you believe in what's happening. Most of the people I speak to, business owners, one club owner, bar owners, restaurant owners, they agree that statistically, like, this is fucking nonsense. But if they push it, I'm gonna have no fucking choice because I can't survive another year. But even though everyone thinks this, they go, no, I'd rather just let everyone in. I'd rather let everyone in. It's your choice as an adult. If you have an immune deficiency, you should be getting vaccinated. If you know what I'm saying, like, you should be your choice, like every other year as an adult. But if they force me, I can't stay open. If I don't do the checks, I'm gonna have to do it. They're not bad people. They're just, the government is basically holding them hostage. And holding all the employees hostage, because then if they don't open, so it's like, for example, right now, if I don't take care of my business so that I can be able to travel and stuff, and I can't make money, then my family suffers, then this guy suffers, then, you know what I mean? Like, I have a lot of people depending on me to work.
Yeah. So
I have to do this stupid nonsense that I think is ridiculous because other people are fucking depending on me. That's what they do. They because, anyways, but that's what it bothers me, the forced. It bothers me, the forced.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, they found a way to force it without really forcing it. They're not telling you need to get vaccinated. They're telling you, well, don't. It's your choice, but
you can't go to grocery stores. You can't eat.
It's the illusion of free will and choice. It's like we don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
It's just that if you don't, you can't do any of these things.
Yeah, you're basically starving to death.
Yeah.
To some extent, yeah. It's worse than forcing us because it's subversive and sneaky.
Yeah, that's what I don't like.
Yeah.
They should put all the stats out there, the real statistics, and be like, these are demographics. This is the real stats, not infected. They make it sound like all these millions of people that were infected died.
That because of the Delta variant and the way it's spreading, I don't remember where I read this, that now to achieve herd immunity, we need to achieve 95%. You know what that means? That means that all children need to be vaccinated.
All of it. Anyways, this is all.
Notice how
that
stat comes out first, and then they're gonna say the kids.
Yeah. All of this is fucking. Anyways, bro. First
that.
of all, the other thing is when there's money involved, you're gonna get raped. When there's money involved, you're gonna get fucked, and there's trillions of dollars at stake right now. So we're gonna get screwed. And trillions of dollars that the transfer of money is like this, because you're paying for it in your taxes. The government is the one paying for it up front to the pharmaceutical companies.
I like all the people.
So they have
fighting.
Guaranteed money.
All this fighting. I'm fighting for your rights. You're not
fighting for anyone's rights. Get the fuck out of here.
You're fucking scared, and you haven't come to terms with the fact that we let go of the wheel 2 decades ago, and we're just along for the ride. Okay, you're not gonna win back rights. Those rights are gone. Your privacy rights are gone because by sitting on your fucking iPhone, being a keyboard warrior on fucking Facebook,
Johnson
you're part
and
of the problem.
They never did anything wrong. No, they never did anything wrong.
Except for all the cancer-causing shampoos.
For all the cancer-causing shampoo and baby powder that they knew about years ago, and they kept saying, "Nah, it's fucking safe." Get the fuck out of here, man. You guys don't. Some of you, I feel like you're playing dumb on purpose because you do not want to face the reality.
I've come to terms with it. I have no control. I'm just having a good time. I'm just here. It's like hedonism. It's the end of fucking society. We might as well have fun on the way out.
You're here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
Basically.
And also, what's happening with the poor countries? That's actually a good little question.
They're fine.
Because I remember when they asked...
They're getting bamboozled, bro.
Yeah, because remember they asked the Gates, they go, hey, can you soften on the patents, let people in the poor countries start getting more... And he's like, no. Like, it's pay to play.
No.
So what's the point of having these billionaires? What's the point of having everyone being like...
Because he's getting other rich people and countries to foot the bill.
Okay, but listen to this. Realistically, you travel and other people travel, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're not applying this globally... It's
pointless.
...in order to get herd immunity and finish it once and for all, then isn't this going to just keep happening forever and ever?
You've created a recurring
passive
income.
They set up the things that they set up that program where the big countries would donate their vaccines for the poorer countries, but then you have countries like Canada that they're like, you know what, we need vaccines, so let's just get from that program. Dude, what happened to that commitment you made to the poorer countries?
There you go.
What commitment?
Yeah, I mean, so it is. I mean,
know. It's just. I don't know. There's
honestly,
no right answer, guys.
I'm just tired. Fuck, and this has gone long enough, and I don't know if the governments are to blame. I don't know, and I don't know if we should be blaming anyone. I just
we should be blaming someone.
I'm blaming our fear.
I blame.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
It's not fear necessarily. It's just
fear. Most of the people I know.
Fear.
Dude, I have a guest who's coming in a couple of weeks, and he asked me. He goes, "I just want to make sure that by then, you have your vaccine because I'm scared." And it's like, but you already got vaccinated.
What are you scared of?
What are you scared? Like, but they don't get it. It's complete panic. It's complete anarchy.
Yeah. That's a weird thing to say. I'm worried that you're not going to be. I mean, if you're,
I should be worried if I'm not vaccinated.
The one straight fact coming out of the statistics that no matter who you read it from is the same, is that if you're vaccinated. Yeah, sure, you can still carry and spread. Of course. But you're going to be fine. So what does this guy care if you're vaccinated, this person?
But that's what I'm saying. It's the fear. They don't know. But it's because the news, where every day, first of all, the news scares the shit out of people, especially now with the new stats of the whole Delta variant thing, that it's affecting more people that were vaccinated, and it could be because, so you don't know. So you never feel safe. You go, I'm going to get vaccinated, I'm going to feel safe. Then you get vaccinated, they go, you can still get it, be careful. Okay, I'll be careful. Then they go, actually, most of the people, what was that day we were in the UK where...
Massachusetts, where like a bunch of people...
The people, like a good portion of the percentage of people that were hospitalized were vaccinated. So then you're like, wait a second. You're telling me I'm never safe. And if you tell someone that no matter what they do, there's no way out, you created perpetual fear.
Yeah, perpetual fear.
Yeah.
Or the way I see it is...
This is going to be good.
Just, okay, so there's no way out. Fuck it. Just, zero fear.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Whatever happens, happens, yeah. Cowabunga, dude.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I'm sick of it, too. I'm sick of talking about it. Like, I feel like I was a young man when this pandemic started. Now I'm an old guy. That's how it feels sometimes.
I just brought it up because we were talking about it last episode, and we're thinking, are the cases going to go up? Initially I thought, look, I mean, if we're continuing,
if testing goes up, the cases will go up. I don't care about the cases. I care about hospitalizations. And deaths. I care about deaths.
Yeah.
Things got weird.
Those are still low. I mean,
is California pushing for a passport? This is why it would surprise me. Do you remember, Poseidon, before the pandemic, when we were discussing that thing in California, I think it was, where they said you legally don't have to disclose to your partner if you have AIDS? Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Because it's none of your business, and it's not that bad if you give AIDS. So if the same people that said that are now saying you have to get, you see the fuckery. Do you see what I'm saying? Same people who said for abortion, they go, just because you believe that it's a life that's getting killed, you should have no say, my body, my choice, are now saying that you should do what they tell you. Mm-hmm. So it's my body, my choice, also your body, my choice also. There's a lot of hypocrisy.
Yeah. Our body.
A lot of hypocrisy.
California rolls out digital vaccine verification, but don't call it a passport.
Yeah, okay. So it just says the name. Okay, yeah. Do you see how crazy the world is?
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I know that New York also made the similar statement.
Yeah, but Blasio's the retard.
You know what this all fucking feels like, bro? And I hate to be
he's gonna say it.
It feels like the fucking lid on the pot is gonna fucking pop.
Yeah,
bro.
people are gonna start getting really.
This is what it feels like, bro. Because
also,
I honest to God wish I believed believe that.
New
Because
York?
people are not as angry as you think they are.
Yeah, wait. New York. Wait. Yeah, hold on.
Fuck.
Let me tell you something.
What?
New
People are
York.
dumb.
New York, they're putting this thing, right, where you have to, in order
Yeah,
to go
I know, I
shopping,
read.
all that. Okay. Do you know who's mostly not vaccinated statistically in New York? 60 or 70% are African Americans. No, 60, 70% of African Americans are not. I think the same percentage, or 40 to 60% of Hispanics are not. So you're going to see visible minorities being blocked from entering buildings.
Nice.
Bro, do you know how fucking crazy that is?
It's interesting.
It's
Oh,
either,
no, you can't shop here. You can't shop here, Jamal.
Why are those minorities not vaccinated?
Because they don't trust, because they have a history of getting fucked over from the government. So they don't trust them.
It's either going to go one of two ways. It's either going to come to the point where people are going to be fed up and they're going to tell "fuck you" to the government.
Yeah.
Or it's going to come to the point where the lid's going to pop off.
Why are
and
you
people,
speaking like that today?
How?
One of two things gonna happen. It's gonna come to a point where it's gonna pop off. Like you're
I'm not-
really like fucking milking it today.
What?
What's going on? Why are you
The
talking
New York
about?
Fine,
gangster.
bro. Why'd you cut off my flow for
Because
that?
it needed to be cut. Also, you destroyed the flow of the first 10 minutes of the show, so now we're even.
That's true.
Thank you. With your fucking weird music that you
Anyways, sorry, George. It's just annoying to see this. And just to see how dumb people are, the hypocrisy pisses me off.
I don't think it's not just dumb. Yes, there are fucking complete morons, but also a lot of people are afraid
Yeah.
to speak out in fear of.
I think a
losing
lot of
their
people are
job.
afraid in general.
You know, it's funny that you say that because I've had some conversations backstage where in front of everyone, someone was saying something different. And then they came to talk to me one-on-one and they go, yeah, bro, I just didn't want them to fucking shit on me. You know, like, I don't know how you take it. He goes, like, you fight back. He goes, I didn't want to hear that. But the truth is, and he was telling me all kinds of shit.
Like in 1984.
Yeah, because I don't give a fuck. But yeah, a lot of people are. And it's not even about. A lot of people are getting. They're like, I don't mind. I get vaccinated, whatever.
I feel like that's
But they
how-
just don't. What people are mostly against, what I've noticed, because it's the same thing I'm against. I don't give a shit about vaccine. What I care about is forcing people. That's what bothers me.
I feel like if they had given us good information that we could trust from the beginning, most of us would have come to like a similar conclusion, whatever that conclusion would have been. But because things have flipped and flopped and changed, and based on when there was elections and what they needed and what they wanted to achieve,
Am I wrong though about
No,
the
you're not.
99%? Like, am I wrong about it? Like, if this is more deadly than I think, maybe I'm the news.
I
I'm
really
looking at the
don't know.
wrong stuff.
I really don't know.
Then okay, but am I wrong about this?
I don't know. I honestly don't know
No,
anymore.
I don't. No.
If I'm wrong about it, I'm wrong. But am I?
I have no idea. I'm
But
not
the
a
news
scientist.
will say you wrong.
Well, the news is where I'm getting the stats from. You could even Google it.
No, I know.
CTV ran an article the other day about some music festival in Massachusetts where
Hmm.
like 50% of the people who got it were vaccinated. They weren't hospitalized. They were just they
Yeah,
were
I wonder
vaccinated.
how they got
And
those
then-
statistics.
That's a great question because that means they're
Oh.
counting entry to festivals. But then the
No, but
article
also you're
was
testing.
gone.
Yeah, you're testing people at the festival. You're not. It's all bullshit. How do you know who was at the festival? Oh, we got people that tested.
No,
the
it
name-
was one of those festivals. You know how they've been doing these like controlled, like we invite
Yeah.
1,000 people to a space outdoors
Yeah,
to
yeah.
see how effective it was like a study.
That's not a study. No, there was an actual music festival in
Yes, but-
Massachusetts. There was no study.
Wait,
There was an actual festival in Massachusetts. They were
am I
talking
mixing
about,
up stories?
Yeah, you're mixing up
Oh,
stories.
okay.
Yeah, there was an actual music festival. I know this.
So
but
how did
then,
you find out?
But that's what I'm saying. That's why they bullshit a lot and people don't question.
I always question how do you get these numbers, but I get tired after for a while. I'm looking. I'm like I don't know. I don't want to read about this anymore. I lose
Yeah.
interest. I think that's
George,
what
go
we're
on.
counting on.
Let's move on. There's a deal between Quebec and Ottawa. Apparently, it's been made. It's done. With respect to the federal funding for a coast-to-coast affordable daycare service. I think tomorrow there's going to be an announcement, and obviously we're going to get more details.
Coast to coast, you mean through the entire country?
Yeah, from one coast to the other. So just a little
So
bit.
why
of a
did
background.
Quebec and Ottawa have to make this agreement? Wouldn't it be the whole country?
We already have it.
Exactly. This is the background story. So the federal government back early this year in its budget, they had made a commitment to create a nationwide program for daycare centers at $10 a day. This is a $30 billion program, and it was inspired by an existing program that we have here in Quebec. I mean, we've had this since the 90s. Now, since Quebec already has its own network of these reduced contribution daycares, they're called CPE, the Centre de la Petite Enfance. It won't adhere to that federal program, and instead they will receive some sort of financial compensation from the federal government because everyone else is getting some money. Now, The two governments earlier this year, they hit a wall when Quebec requested to receive the money without any conditions. So the feds wanted to make sure that the money was spent exclusively on that kind of project, to which Quebec replied, fuck off, we have the exclusivity on that jurisdiction. And since we already have an existing daycare network in our province, Quebec shouldn't be considered on the same playing field as the other provinces. So there seemed to be a little bit of an issue there in terms of the negotiations, but now we know there's an election looming for the federal government, and it appears that Justin Trudeau will give in to Quebec's request. The Trudeau government, they wanted the negotiations with Quebec to go very quickly because they are anticipating a very possible call for a general election before the end of the summer, probably. So they immediately accepted Quebec's position, which includes not having any conditions imposed on the money that they will send to Quebec. There's not that many details that have been released yet, but back in April, Quebec said that it expected to receive a federal transfer of approximately $6 billion over the next 5 years, given the size of its population. Now, here's where it gets funny. The media has been questioning Legault on this money and how it's going to be used, and he is refusing to commit to devoting all these funds specifically to the child care network, even though this expected announcement tomorrow, it comes at a time where in Quebec, the network, the daycare network is going through this huge crisis.
They got hacked.
A huge shortage of places. There's there's a recent closure of many family daycares, and there's a worrying lack of childcare workers. The waiting list for a daycare spot has grown to this incredible amount. Like, I've never seen this, like 50,000 names. It's a huge waiting list, and yet our government says that they're going to be getting $6 billion over the next 5 years, and they're not committing to putting that money, to injecting that money back into that sector. Is it the right thing? Is it not the right thing? I hope they wake up and they use that money effectively where it matters. But I just find it funny how Ottawa just caved in. They're like, you know what? Fuck it.
Okay.
We need the deal to go through. Are you in or not? Well, I don't know. Well, we got to go to an election. Fuck, come on. Give me an answer.
Also, at this stage, George, with our country credit card being overmaxed,
A little bit.
it doesn't even matter. It's all just... At this point, we could start agreeing to a space program.
There's money
like
flying everywhere, and we spoke about that last episode where
the money doesn't even exist, George. We're gonna get so rattled.
Fake money.
It's crazy how we're laughing at it, but it's true. I mean, there's just money going.
What
everywhere.
else can
Speaking
you
of
do?
money,
Shut the
there was
fuck up.
There was an interesting article that I read in the Journal de Montréal
He's
yesterday.
fucking making origami right now.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Or a
What you're
gamey.
doing. Origami.
I'm making a cocaine straw.
Go on, George. I'm sorry about him.
So speaking about money and how the government is just spending and giving money everywhere, there was an interesting article that I read the other day about Bombardier, and I can't remember what the journalist's name is. Let me just go see if I have it here. It doesn't really matter. Anyways, apparently, and for those who don't know, Bombardier is one of probably the biggest company here in Quebec, aerospace and recreational industry.
Not anymore. They sold that off. It's been privatized, no? It's only the airplanes now.
It has been privatized. Yeah, it has been privatized, they gave it to a private kind of group, and they made like close to $1 billion in the early 2000s with it.
Yeah.
They took over $1 billion from the Quebec government a couple of years ago for the C Series, and once they got that money, they sold everything to Airbus. Questionable practices, in Bombardier, but yet they're now focusing their entire operations on private jets. And they came out saying that, we have this new project in place, and we're seeking to get government support for
Go
it.
fuck yourself.
Wow, what's this new project?
And people, exactly, they've had that same reaction that Pantelis just has. Like, well, how much money do you need, and should you get the fucking money after everything that you've demonstrated and all the failures?
The last time we gave you a lot of money, you tricked us. You said...
The last 3 times.
No, but the last time, if you guys remember, the last time we talked about this, when they go, we need the money in order to create more jobs so we could build these fucking... Do you remember this? And
Yeah,
they're
they fired everyone.
So what did they do? They took the money, fired everyone, and they created jobs. In Mexico, where they built a new plant. So fuck them. I'm not doing this anymore. Fuck them.
So this is what's happening now. They say that they're saying that they have this new project that is in the works that
In
will allow
Mexico.
them to create more environment friendly, I don't know, planes or equipment. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what it is. There's not that many details anyway. We don't know how much money they want to apply for, and we don't know if the government is going to give in to them. And it's funny because last time the reason why the government gave in money, they're like, you know what? Shady activities, we're not just going to give you fucking money. If you want the money, the government is going to partner up and we're going to take shares in your business. That way we're going to make sure that we're on top of it. And what they do, they sold the whole thing to Airbus and the government got fucked because they can't control what the
How
fuck
you
they
like
do with
me
their
now?
operations, right?
Look, I'm gonna say one thing. I'll give them a thumbs up on fucking the government. That's cool. However,
That's our money.
you fuck the rest of us over.
Yeah. So the question is, do we want our taxpayer dollars to be given to a company that just seems to continuously just take things for granted, man, and
Be
pocketing
sleazy.
it? You have all these big CEOs and all these, the big execs getting hundreds of millions of dollars in bonuses.
Bro, it's stressful. They need that money. They have stressful lives.
And no, but that's the other question that was that was asked in the article. It's like, okay, listen, you have a great project. How about you invest your own money? If you're so confident about what you're doing, if you're so sure about the direction you want to take, how about you take your own money, invest it, and just
Because they
profit
can't
from-
steal from themselves, George.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because well, the one thing I've learned from talking to successful people, they say never spend your own money.
That seems like good advice.
Yeah.
Can I have
It
some
is.
money? I'll give it back to you.
Oh, sure. No.
Yeah.
It's
That's
the
what
best
they
advice. The question is this though: if you screw up once, twice, 3, 4 times, the bank eventually is going to say, you know what? Sorry, you don't qualify anymore. Better luck next time. Why is the government not taking that approach? Why is
'Cause
the government
They're
Racist?
retarded.
Oh, retarded.
racist?
Right away, this fucking idiot.
We're racist towards other airlines. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's a little frustrating, to be honest with you. But the Legault government from the beginning has taken a much harder line on Bombardier. I mean, it's not the first time that it's come up.
Legault should not be doing lines while working in the first place, George.
Well, because the Liberal government before them screwed up with that deal, and they were harshly criticized for it. Of course, they had no way of knowing or making any better deal, and they succumbed to the pressure of saving the jobs and in general the industry. I mean, there isn't any government in the world that does not support the aerospace industry. There isn't, doesn't exist. So if you're at a point where it's crashing, the government kind of has no choice but to help out, right? And in this case, they got screwed. So I'm not so sure how Legault is going to play this one. It'll be interesting to follow up on that. Anyway, that's it for government spending our money. I want to move over to something that happened yesterday. I don't know if you guys caught that, but I know that you've discussed it on your other podcast as well regarding Andrew Cuomo, governor of New York. There was a 5-month investigation that was just completed. They found that the government sexually harassed multiple women, violated federal and state laws while creating what they call, quote, a climate of fear in the workplace. The inquiry showed that Cuomo engaged in unwanted groping, kissing, and hugging. He made inappropriate comments in his office.
And a lot of it wasn't just to me.
It had become a toxic workplace, and they say that it enabled this harassment to occur. So specifically now the investigation found that, the government sexually harassed current and former New York
Governor,
City-
not the government.
The governor, yeah.
The government
engaging-
sexy.
the governor. By engaging in unwelcome, non-consensual touching, making numerous offensive comments and that sort of thing. He continues to deny all these allegations, even though he's receiving, this incredible mounting pressure to resign from the president of the United States. He came out yesterday. He said, Joe Biden said, "Look, this guy has to resign."
Really?
Nancy Pelosi's coming out
Joe
saying that he has
Biden.
to resign.
Joe Biden came out.
Joe Biden, the child sniffer.
Yeah. I like how Joe Biden came like, you can't touch women. You must touch younger girls. They don't talk as much.
Older women, it gets complicated, bro.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, they start complaining in the workplace.
Biden of all. I'm not saying. I mean, he's doing the right move. You gotta
Yeah,
tell him to
obviously,
leave.
but
But I mean, of
you know,
all people, it's like, bro, we have videos of you sniffing people.
Yeah.
Do that. And notice how it's the brass of the Democratic of the Democratic Party that is coming out against Cuomo, which normally they tend to either stay silent or not really get involved. They're like, oh yeah, it's his business. We're not gonna really get involved. So they're coming out now. They're pressuring the guy to resign. He says that he won't. That he's denying all allegations. I don't know how much further it can go. The interesting thing that I read though, however, is that the leader of the state assembly has the state assembly has the power to bring impeachment charges against Cuomo, and it said that even the speaker of that state assembly that holds that power, who's also a Democrat, he is going to complete an impeachment inquiry as quickly as possible. So that's going to happen, I'm guessing, in the next couple of weeks or months. Are we going to see this guy getting impeached?
No.
If he was smart, he would just step down.
Yeah, but at that point, if you're stepping down, it's as if you're accepting that what you did is wrong. Whereas if you're pushing it and you're saying, look, these are allegations,
But I mean, don't you have to look as an adult, right? Don't you have to at some point be like, yeah, you know what? Me grabbing asses of coworkers, tits, calling them bitches in meetings.
First you
I
have
may
to
have crossed the line. It was
Overstepped.
immature of me. I may have overstepped. I need to accept that was wrong. Isn't that better than being like, I didn't do anything wrong. Bitches want to work with me. I'm gonna treat them like bitches. Like, isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy?
It is crazy, but look, I
Doesn't
mean,
make
you
sense.
also don't want to. Well, you don't. Their ego doesn't want people to know that what you did is wrong, or that you don't want to recognize
That's absurd.
that what you did. So
hate all
you're
these
just playing the
politicians.
card that no, I'm denying the allegation. I didn't do anything wrong, and eventually you're just gonna wait until it goes to court, hoping that maybe there's unsubstantial evidence, or I don't know, whatever the legalities are in that thing, and you're gonna at the same. But the problem, and this is why it's important from the beginning to just make the move, because you're in public, you're in the public service, man. Your reputation is already gone.
Yeah.
No matter what the fuck happens from here on, you're done. It's done. You're over. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I have a feeling that he's probably going to cave in. I don't know. Rather than having the reputation of getting impeached by your state legislature, the state assembly, whatever that's called. Who knows, man? I don't know. So there you have it for our friend.
Anyways, I hate
Cuomo.
that guy. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Anyway, let me get to a story that I read yesterday that put things into perspective on why this city is fucking garbage and why it's going nowhere in terms of its real estate development.
Took you a while.
Welcome.
Well,
to the
yeah.
party.
Welcome to the party, dickhead.
Just another story, because you know that there's a bylaw, there's a municipal bylaw in Montreal that forbids any development from happening to go above the Mont Royal.
Oh, you mean
I
height?
was right.
You mean height-wise?
Yeah, height-wise.
Everybody knows this.
Height-wise.
I thought the oratory
yeah.
was taller than the mountain.
No, it's not.
The oratory is taller, but it's the only one. Anything? Yeah, it is.
Hold
The
on.
But it's
highest-
also on top of the
sorry,
mountain.
George. Yeah. How can something on top of the mountain not be taller than the mountain? I just want to explain to Poseidon why
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
being
yeah.
stupid now. He has the greatest.
Oh
line.
yeah,
He's trying
he
to
looks
fart.
like he's melting.
like brain not compute geometric shapes.
So yeah, it's the only thing that's higher than the mountain, obviously, but everything else
Except for
cannot be
Poseidon.
higher than the mountain. So, and I'm reading about this because there's a development project that has been in the works now for the Bay building down on.
Oh yeah, I read about this.
Phillips
Yes.
Square. So they want to build on top of that, and I've seen the plans. It looks beautiful. I think it's 25 stories.
Yeah, but George, you also saw the plans for the REM, and you're like, "This is gonna be cool." And now there's fucking cable cars everywhere.
Hold on. What do they want to build? Sorry, where?
On top of the bay, they want to. I think it's residential. They want to do like
Yeah,
these.
it's like condos or something.
The bay turned residential.
No, they want to
No,
build
no, no, no.
residential
They
above
keep
it.
the bay, and on top of the bay, they want to.
Add more floors.
That seems like a bad fucking idea, considering the whole street a few years ago there caved into the subway. Do we really want more weight there? Yeah, on the back end on Maisonneuve, it just collapsed. It was a sinkhole. Like maybe
What
8
can't
years ago.
handle the weight, sir?
She cannot take it. Sorry. I
Well,
got
look,
excited.
the city of Montreal has been investing heavily in revamping, the whole thing, around Phillips Square. And
What do they call the condos?
Along with
Fuck do you
this
care?
project, they're also going to renovate that building, which apparently has some historical.
Yeah, it's a historic building.
importance. So they want to go 25 floors, and it's going to be
Whoa.
like these really expensive condos or whatever the fuck they're going to build. Whatever. So obviously not the highest building, right? 25 floors. You're like halfway the.
I mean, 25 floors on top of the 8 that are already there, right?
Okay, so
I'm just
whatever, 30 something. Okay.
Math, bro, math.
Look, you're not higher than the mountain. That's for
25
sure.
and 8. That's
Now,
like
here's the issue.
37 and a half.
So here's the issue now.
Yeah.
Because people are complaining that because of the height, it'll block the mountain, not necessarily go above the mountain, but block the view to the mountain. There's been an issue in at
Block
City
it from
Hall.
whom?
Humst.
Humst.
People
Humst will be
walking.
blocked.
Oh, wait,
People
the
walking Old
building
Montreal.
here,
It is.
we're-
You can't see over the Bay building, though. Already,
I don't know,
as it
man.
is.
These fucking people, man. I had this issue. Imagine at Jarry Park. Okay, we gave government funds to Tennis Canada to build clay courts on top of the stadium. It was beautiful, right? So that their athletes won't have to travel to the U.S. to train during winter. They can just go there and maybe even attract athletes to come here. And we had an issue with a local association that is there to protect the park or whatever the fuck they're called, because that apparently in height would block the view to the mountain. And I'm like, what mountain can you see from Jarry Park? In fact, though, because I walked in Jarry Park, you could see the mountain.
Yeah, of
from
course.
Jarry
You can
Park.
see the mountain from almost anywhere.
And that's why people go to Jerry Park to look at another park.
Yeah.
So, but you're downtown. There's buildings everywhere. You're gonna tell me that if you stand in the middle of Sherbrooke Street, like between the hotels and the Place Ville Marie, you can see the mountain?
No,
Okay.
these are
There's one
lies.
place where you can see the mountain beautifully, and that's McGill College Street.
Yeah, that-
Oh.
Yeah, you look up, and it's
Yeah, they have that
gorgeous.
set up for that.
Yeah, you can even go. There's an observation.
Yeah, but they're not trying to block that.
No, of course not. I'm just saying the streets are not going to be blocked. That doesn't make any sense. It's a stupid. Honestly, all these people are like, I need to be able to see the mountain to recharge my chi.
Side note. The fact that they're building always expensive condos down there, I have
That's
something
another
funny about
stupidity.
that. So I'm just imagining a foreigner who buys a $1.8 million condo that's been erected on top of the bay.
Erected.
And he's like, this is the place to be. He comes downstairs in the evening and he's like, yes. A homeless guy blowing another one for crack. Oh, there's one convulsing in the corner. There's a stabbing. That's interesting. Wow, I'm really living the dream.
The Montreal
of being in
experience.
Montreal. Like,
But that is it.
That's the
it.
best corner. Burger King, where everyone in there
But
shits
guys,
their
keep
pants.
in mind that a lot of these development projects are in line with policies that maybe you don't know yet, right? So when you're saying when we know that the city of Montreal is investing resources in
George,
revamp-
whatever you're about to say, forget it, because they have invested money 10 times in my lifetime in that area. And that Burger King, I've still seen more dicks there than anywhere else, and murders. I've seen a murder happen there, or an attempted murder. Okay, it's almost as bad as Alexis Neon. And by the way, I went that side where you were telling me.
Yeah, by the way.
Okay, I thought
Are you
were
guys
sleeping.
done fucking making eyes at each other?
Did you see him or no?
No, what happened? You guys were like blowing kisses.
No, I thought he was fine. He's like this.
The coffee, his brain it got big.
No,
No,
I
I
actually
went
have
to
to take a
Alexis
shit.
Neon the other. Okay, that.
Oh, Alexis
well,
Neon. Okay, that's the
where
difference.
you were talking about, and I saw how bad it's become.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I like, what the fuck happened to that part of downtown?
but it was always
Well,
dirty.
The only thing that still remains is Sparta Halal rotisserie chicken.
What the fuck is Sparta halal?
Oh,
Have
they
you
make
never
very
been to
good
Sparta?
chicken.
They make great chicken.
Really?
He's this crazy Greek guy who fell in love with a Muslim girl and he became Muslim. So he's always like, "Welcome to Sparta. We honor the Prophet Allah, peace be on him." You know that thing they say after they say
That's
his name?
very un-Spartan of
Yeah,
them.
somebody needs to kick him in the chest. Be like, this is Sparta, bro.
That's their logo. Their logo is a guy kicking a chicken or something
Are you
on a
serious?
shield. Yeah.
Get out.
Excellent chicken, though, I have to say. Delicious.
Good.
Oh, our ancestors.
Yeah, those guys, huh? George, no matter what they do, we don't know, we're not aware. That's such a politic answer. Like, oh, you just don't know we're planning, man.
No, that's not true.
It's
Because
still gonna be disgusting.
I've been part of discussions where they want to revamp Beaumont Street. This is what we're talking about over 11, 12 years ago, and now you're seeing the results. The same thing happened in De Castelnau, the Marconi.
By the way, Beaumont still sucks. It's not ready.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty.
It's way different than it was when I was growing up.
Okay,
on,
it is way different, but look, let's just say in front of the metro, that looks nice, right? In front of Lackady Metro. But what about that? Let me ask you a goddamn question, George, right now, because I'm fucking furious. We're going to talk about Beaumont. Fucking Beaumont and Bloomfield next to the goddamn pita place. What's that big store?
What pita
Baby, whatever the fuck it is in front of the garage. What is that store?
Yeah, Bro and Boutier.
What is that?
Oh, it's a kid's educational toy store.
Get rid of that fucking place.
Why?
There's a goddamn eyesore, and they're taking all the parking. This is what needs to happen over there. You need to build a cool-ass mall over there where people could go in. There's restaurants on the bottom. There's stores on the top, or vice versa.
This
Maybe
is
put the
just
restaurants on
because
top.
he's now discovered Milano's and
no,
Laval.
no, no. I'm just telling you, do that so then more people could come there, and the people that live around there, all these students, have a place to go. That's how you revamp the street. You don't revamp the street by building a couple of high-end condos and a shitty restaurant that 3 people go to, and they have to park their fucking Corvettes in front to show us that they take the part. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody who knows what I'm talking about knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. This is nonsense. They are not revamping. They are not revamping.
All I'm saying is that these changes are happening because of a zoning change that happened like over 10 years ago. And
what are you trying to take credit now? Is that what you're saying? You did this.
I didn't do any of that, but I was.
Was it Merideros?
Yeah, it's a municipal regulation,
Suspicious.
but we were part of it. There was what was it called? The SEDEC, whatever. There was like a working group that I was involved with. They did a bunch of consultations,
working moms.
and they kept us in the loop. And all these things happened 10 years ago, where they changed the zoning on Beaumont. They wanted to change it from industrial to more commercial / residential. They wanted to do the same thing for the Marconi section in de Castelnau, and look what happened there. I mean, it boomed over there.
Did it boom, or did it just become so hipster that it hurts now?
Well, why did it become hipster? Because they made these changes. They wanted to make it more tech savvy. They wanted to make it commercial, but focused around that industry, specific industry.
I don't know why anyone would want to live in the fucking Castelnau. It looks like a haunted house.
What?
Whatever.
There's ghosts in there for sure.
The one with the Greek pillars.
The one at the metro on Jean Talon and Saint Laurent.
Or are you talking about the building across?
I don't know what you're talking about. How could I tell you if it's across?
There's a big condo building with these Greek
the old nun, whatever it was.
That does not look haunted. That looks
Bro,
beautiful.
that shit's
Let me
haunted.
tell you guys again. We will resume. We will resume my rant, George. Listen to what I am telling you.
Hang
right
on to
now,
your panties, Olga.
The closest mall that people go to in the Park Extension area is where?
Rockland.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I love TMR. However, that is a TMR mall that is helping the economy
But it straddles.
of TMR. It does not help the economy of Park X.
The town of Mount
What
Royal.
I am suggesting as a local entrepreneur, businessman, artist, and local weirdo.
How are you local?
What I'm
You're
suggesting.
not local at all.
I'm local. I'm from Montreal. I'm local.
You're not Park X local anymore.
Well, just because I moved, it doesn't mean I'm not Park X local.
your home,
In
you
my
moved your
heart,
studio.
I care about the Park
It's
X.
like they say you can take the boy out of Park X, but you can't take the Park X out of the boy.
That is a thing they only say to rape victims
That is
like
true.
yourself.
Yeah, and Park
they
X, they
do?
mean dicks.
Yeah.
So listen, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Jax.
In that area, George, we have that entire space of whatever that thing's called, the
Bro, a
book
boutier.
and bitch boutique.
Yeah,
So
Bukaki.
you evict them. You tell them, get the fuck out of here. Go to Chabanel.
That is making the
And
area
then-
better.
No, you build a badass mall over there. So then the local economy, all of the local residents could just walk down the street, go to a nice ass mall. Listen, just listen to me, Phil, for a second.
I know
They
what
go to
you're
a
talking
nice
about.
ass.
I'm
You
raising
know what
my
I'm talking about?
On Beaumont, right?
Yeah,
All
yeah.
those
They
stores.
go to a
Yeah,
nice
yeah,
ass
yeah,
mall.
yeah.
It revamps there. People have to build
There is
business.
a mall on Beaumont.
No, there isn't.
Beaumont and fucking Lackady.
That's not a mall, bro. The strip, the
strip mall.
Mondu and the Metro.
Are you talking about what? The Mondu?
Yeah,
Where the fucking metro is?
yeah. That's it. You're talking about.
Oh, you mean
That's not a mall.
It's a strip mall. Is that? Are you talking about like a closed mall?
Talking about a closed mall and that fucking. It's huge space over
It's
there.
really not that big.
It
No,
is.
it's not.
No,
Yes,
no,
it
it's
is.
not.
Yes, it is. You guys are fucking idiots.
Hold on.
You guys
There's
are
a
fucking
fucking
idiots.
train
You
track
guys are
behind
fucking
it. What
idiots.
street are you
You guys are
talking-
fucking
what street
idiots.
are you talking
It's
about, Brother
fucking
D?
huge. It has all kinds of space in the back too. It's got all kinds of space. You could build a little mall, bro. I've seen smaller malls.
little
It'll be
mall.
hold on. It'll be bigger than Wilderton Mall. Remember Wilderton Mall? Remember
Yeah,
Wilderton
it's
Mall?
gone.
It'll be like 4 times the size of Wilderton Mall. That's a pretty good size. That's a pretty good
He's
size.
so manic.
And you don't need a supermarket because a supermarket fucking down the street.
You don't need a
So
mall
all
on Beaumont.
You need a goddamn mall on
You
Beaumont.
fucking need
You
to
need a
invest
restaurant.
money into Jean Talon and turn it into an outdoor shopping experience.
You leave the Indians alone. I don't want your fucking racism here. They're doing a great job by themselves. What we need is to revamp Beaumont. You're close to those hipster students. Get them to start
The
fucking
Mile
paying.
X.
Hold on.
The
Where, before the train tracks or after?
No, it's right across.
It's it's Beaumont and Bloomfield. Next to it, you know what? Get rid of the fucking pita place too.
Yes, I agree.
You feel me?
I agree.
You feel me,
you, bro. I feel
all right,
you.
now that this idiot agrees, I'm kind of going back on my.
Yeah, I don't support this idea at all.
No, but there's all kinds of space there.
There's all kind. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Wasted space.
Bro,
It's
is
so-
a massive fucking business. They make all kinds of stuff. They supply things. It's
Tell
been,
them
it's
to-
been in Park X for 30 years.
Yeah, well, they can go fuck themselves. They should go to Chabanel. They'll get bigger area for less money.
I don't know. Anna says we've lost it.
Yeah, no, it's not that big, guys. For everyone listening, it's really not that
Yeah,
big.
it's about the size of like the IKEA food
Enough
court.
about your dicks, okay? We're talking about land here. We're talking about land, and it's big enough for the idea that I'm proposing. It's big enough for that badass mall. I'm
It's
telling
not a
you.
mall. It's not
Yeah.
enough
It's not.
space. You'd have to take the building next door.
When I
also.
say mall, you're thinking it has to be the same size as a Carrefour. No,
not Carrefour,
it's a
I'm
small
thinking
ass
of
mall.
like Plaza 2000. Remember Plaza 2000?
No, it's gonna be bigger than Normandy.
Normandy's a strip mall. There's
No,
no, you can't
no,
walk
Normandy.
inside
Yes,
Normandy.
you could. You walk
Really?
inside Normandy. Yeah.
It's not that big. It's not that big.
Of course, yes. You can walk
No
inside
way,
Normandy.
guys. What are you guys talking about,
No, we're
man?
talking about
Bro, you're
Normandy. Nah,
crazy.
no,
Hold on, are you
different
telling me
thing,
you can't walk into fucking Normandy, bro? I live there.
Whoa!
I'm telling you
I don't
that
think I've ever been
Normandy
inside.
is ginormous.
Normandy is
compared
like
to
10
this
times
place.
the size of this space.
No, Normandy does the smart thing. No, Normandy's way bigger, like long wise, like you go around like this, right?
Yeah.
So we could do the same thing with
Guys,
that fucking mall. Trust me.
just-
And if you get rid of the goddamn pita place too, Palmyra, you move them.
Think
Dude, we could build an
Walderton.
airport.
Think Walderton, circa 10 years ago, okay? The fucking parking lot of Walderton is bigger than that entire space.
The parking lot of Walderton is huge. And do you see what they built now? Condos.
He's not even defending his own position anymore.
I am defending my own position.
What are
I'm
you
saying
talking
is
about? If the parking lot is bigger
Yeah.
of a smaller mall and the parking lot is bigger than the entire space here, how are you going to build a mall with parking?
First of all, of course you
Underground
could build.
parking.
You could have underground parking. First of all, like
Bro,
every other mall.
That is a small
but also,
fucking mall on Wilderton.
yeah,
bro.
that is a small
Bro,
mall.
that
Really.
is a tiny. Yeah,
Yeah,
could
you
build-
don't know what you're talking about, you guys. You
so
haven't
sorry.
seen how far back
I'm
it goes.
so sorry to everyone right now who's not local and doesn't
Nah,
know
bro.
what the fuck we're talking
Nah,
about.
bro. You could. Nah, yeah, it can be pulled off. Especially, yeah, you get rid
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the pita place too.
You get rid of the pita place too, bro, and you
And
go
it
in,
says-
and everything goes up like Japan.
Yeah.
Like Japan.
You put like like inside of like a 3-4.
Yo, it's
I'm building levels, Jerry. Levels.
giving off so
Instead
much
of-
heat right now because he's
Instead
so
of-
amped up. I'm
Instead-
schwitzing.
Instead of like a 3-level mall, you do one of those like 6-level malls, bro. You go bam, bam.
Build 6-level malls, bro. We're just building levels up in
Instead
this
of going,
bitch.
instead of going,
It's my Kramer moment.
Ins-
I'm building levels, Jerry. Levels. Like the Asians. Levels.
instead of going bing bang boom, you go bing bang boom, bada beep boop pow.
He feels me. He feels me.
What's that
In-
from? That's a TikTok thing, right?
No.
Chupapi
he
Muñeño.
just says that kind of stuff. But look, Joe, what I'm saying is we could revamp the area. Nobody is taking serious steps to revamp. You know what they're doing? They're selling their land to private, let's say Montoni, who's trying to buy the entire street, and they're like, yeah,
Fucking
help
diarrhea.
us revamp the area. They're not going to help. They're going to help themselves make money. So they're going to build high-end condos, whatever the fuck they can. It's not going to help revamp the area. No one is going to be like, you know what? I need to go to Park X to stare at condos, and somehow that's going to give money to the locals. That is a stupid fucking idea. You got to build businesses. You got to build those malls, and this is the better part. All the businesses, apart from like the big department stores, but let's say the restaurants, you could get the Indian guys or the Greek guys or the Pakistani guys that have their Indian restaurants and Pakistani restaurants and Greek restaurants on Jean Talon. You could get them first. You give them rights to first refusal to build restaurants in there.
Because
So
nothing classes up a joint like a fucking low budget Indian restaurant. You're
but
right.
now it's high budget because it's in a nicer mall.
Is it? Yeah. Well, just fucking build yourself a nicer Indian restaurant.
People travel. Listen to me. People travel from all over the island,
go to
and
Park
some
X.
even Lavalers to go to Park X to have Indian food or some Greek food at Panama. Let's say, okay, they come from very far to do it. Now, they also shop at Rocklands. Wouldn't it be better if they could come into Park X, go to the same spot, invest in the local economy by eating at those restaurants, invest in the local economy by buying stuff in that mall, right? And they help up the value of Park X.
I will not support this endeavor in any which way, shape, or form.
I am correct. I am correct. Time will tell that I am correct.
I just saw that they revamped Plaza Saint-Hubert. All they did was make it look nice. They took turd.
It's not really a plaza.
and
You
they
mean the outdoor
sprinkled
thing?
it. I mean, it's an outdoor plaza.
It's just a street. It's not a
It's
plaza.
a plaza, like in Spanish.
Because look, I'm looking at
Plaza Mayor.
like a lot of shit here. I'm looking at Google Maps, bro.
Don't look at Google Maps.
No, I'm looking
Park
at
X
Google
does not need a mall. If it needed a mall, you know where it belonged? Loblaws. That corner, the train station, that could have been a mall.
That could have been a mall. Yeah,
That could have been a fucking cool space. And it was already there. You weren't taking up something else.
no, actually,
Your
it's better.
ideas-
No, my idea is way better because that area would have congested everywhere if that was a mall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It congests
Really,
everywhere
not really,
anyway.
not because the metro would come right into it, man. It's
Yeah, but then people would be... Look at what happens at Rockland when people
Oh
are trying to
yeah,
get
hold
off
on a
the
second. Oh yeah, George, would you take the metro from Brossard to cut that mall, or would you take your car?
No, I wouldn't go to that mall.
He'd
because
go to
I'm one of the
fucking
mall, but I was
Zistron.
saying
You wouldn't
if
go to that
had-
mall because you're racist. But I'm saying for people that don't mind shopping around Greeks, they'll come to that mall.
There's no Greeks here anymore.
I'm here,
You're not there. We're not in Park X right now.
but I'm here.
You've bred this lie even to your guests. They're like, I never come to Park X often. You're like, We're
What do
not
you mean?
even...
What do you mean, my guest? I've read. What are you
What's his
talking
name?
about?
Middle Eastern fellow.
Also, we
shaved head.
can do without.
Hold on. But what are you talking about?
We can do without the service Canada.
Hold on. I
Center.
just want to get back to
We're
him.
not
What are
in
you
Park
talking
X anymore. That's what I'm saying.
about? But what lie did I tell my
You don't
guests? What are you
correct
talking
people
about?
that we're not in Park X anymore.
What do you mean? I teleport people here. People drive here.
Yeah, and they're dumb.
What does that have to? But what are you saying?
Why? Only he can say ridiculous things.
No,
I'm
but
not allowed to say ridiculous things.
but you've launched allegations my way.
Allegations?
Yeah. So no, explain yourself. I don't understand. What the fuck do you mean?
I don't remember
People
his
are
name. Tell
giving
me
it.
his
They
name.
drive here.
Tell me his name.
Who?
The guy who hangs out with Preach.
Somebody said something.
Middle Eastern
very-
dude.
What?
Looks like me but jacked. Wasim.
What about him?
On an episode of that you had him as a guest, he was saying, I don't really know Park X. I don't know this area that well. And he went on for a while. I was listening. I was like, we're not in Park X here. It's not Park X. It's another area.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. But
You
he
didn't
knows
correct
where we
him.
are. He
Does
lives
he?
around here.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
That makes this
those
whole
were
thing much more
those
confusing.
were two different thoughts. I don't go to Park X much, and then he goes this area. I don't really know it, and then he
Are you
explained
saying there was
how.
an inaudible comma in his sentence that I missed?
Obviously, because then he describes the area. He's been here
I
before.
retract my
when he
statement.
worked.
Before we close the show, I'm
I
gonna have to
remove guilt.
interrupt
Why are we
you
closing
guys.
the show?
Yeah.
You don't get to decide when we close the show. We're still going. We're trying to build them all.
Oh, it's Phil's birthday.
What?
Yeah,
You
this
missed
is
the
birthday.
more- yeah, you
But
missed
before,
our
hold on. Before we
first-
get into that, hold on.
He takes all the money. Doesn't
And
share it with me.
Hadiz said something stupid. Park X has Marché Central already, bro. Marché Central is not part of Park Extension.
But it's Park
that
X
was-
adjacent.
So is Rockland, bro.
It's not part of. It's not part of Park X.
And Eric Thomas dropped $10 in the chat. 10 for espresso for you, Phil.
That's
Happy
a
birthday.
very expensive espresso. Thank you, Eric. Yeah,
That's how much espresso costs now.
Yeah, 10, 15. Those 15 cents, you're going to have to spot me the difference.
Well, actually, YouTube's gonna give us four or six of those dollars.
So basically, we have to make espresso for someone to make the money back. But thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. Unnecessary.
He said it directly into the microphone. I have to take a shit. This is literally the mental capacity of Poseidon.
This show went off the rails.
This is what he would do. He'd be if he was on live radio, he'd be like this.
George is dying.
He'd cover the mic for stuff that doesn't need to. He'd do this.
Check
Yeah,
out
I
those
have
skills.
herpes. Oh, like that's what he would do. That's what he would do.
But it wasn't that he said it into the mic. It was that he lowered. He did the same voice he uses when he's telling girls that he's gonna come. He's like,
There was
Like
a lot of
heavy
passion.
breathing.
A lot of passion. Phil, look,
Hold on,
before we
he
leave,
saw-
Phil
he
and
saw-
George, hold on, mostly Phil.
Mostly Phil. Why
Are
Phil?
you telling me that revamping Beaumont is a bad idea?
No.
Are you saying that my idea to revamp Beaumont is a bad idea? What are you saying?
I am saying that Beaumont.
Revamping.
Hey, are you specifically Phil? I don't think so.
He said Phil and George.
He
Okay,
said,
go
but
ahead. go.
specifically Phil. No, you go ahead. I don't want to talk now.
You know what, George? What is it?
Let
Tell
him go.
me.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think Beaumont needed to be revamped because that's where I grew up. So
why are you not listening to me? I'm the hero that they didn't ask for, but they clearly need.
And I think
Fat
it's
man.
happening. I think it's cleaning up, making a nice little park there on Beaumont and Delepi.
A park?
Yeah,
But can you
it's
see
huge.
the
It's gonna be
mountain
nice.
from the
It's gonna be nice.
park?
Yeah, they're trying to build a park right next to my accountant's office where the old police station used
Isn't
to
there
be.
like a little
Yeah.
park there already? A small park?
Now they're making a big park.
I used
Yeah,
to
it was-
see. I used to
it
play
was-
in that
That's
park.
gonna help revitalize the local economy. Fucking
It's
hippies.
gonna clean up. No, it's clean. Look, man, you walk down in Beaumont, it was an ugly, dark industrial area, and they're
I used to
building
work
it
on
up. It
Beaumont.
looks good. I don't. First of all, just for everyone listening, the space there, boy, Boutillier cannot fit a fucking mall.
Yeah.
Why are you lying?
He's
Why
not
you? Why
lying.
can't it not fit a mall? It could fit whatever you want to fit.
Fuck it, George. I'm bandwagon.
George,
We should build a mall on Beaumont.
George, the
Okay.
problem is you're thinking too much like a Greek guy from the 1950s that comes here and is amazed by everything. Levels, George. Levels. There's parking underground, and you build up.
He's talking about a sky mall.
You're thinking of a strip mall like some kind of a goddamn hippie. I'm talking about a beautiful high-rise mall.
Made of glass and
bro,
gold.
they fit a whole ass fucking wing of a university over there.
A university, yeah.
They did
can't-
fit a wing.
Well, they did, but they also destroyed a bunch of land to build it. Like
And you
this.
know what, George? I'll take
do
it
the
one
same
step
bigger
further.
area.
You do
You
the same
you
thing.
I
build
just
up.
mean it's bigger.
You build up, and then
Much
on top, you build a bridge.
It's a bigger.
You
area.
build a bridge, and it connects
It's
to the
on other side.
university.
It's not in Park X.
What are you talking?
You build a
about?
bridge that connects to the university too, so you have all these
Now
fucking
he's
students.
talking.
Now
Now
I'm
I'm
fucking
in.
talking. I'm living in the future. I'm living in the future, and you guys are stuck in the
And
goddamn
in the
past.
bridge, you put more stores.
And in the bridge, there's more stores.
Whoa, bridge stores.
And then
Yeah.
you put multiple bridges with
Okay,
multiple
now you're being
stores.
stupid.
Wait, that might be.
That's how you know you've gone too far. You just went, Poseidon
No,
makes
but
an
wait.
excellent
Why not
point.
build a bridge? Why is the FBI the
A
only people
single
allowed to
bridge.
have bridges between buildings? Why?
A single bridge? Wait, hold on. Time out. Have you not lived in this province your whole life?
Yeah.
Do you know what happens to bridges here? They fall down.
Excellent point. We
you.
need to get foreigners to build this building.
Germans, where are you?
Yes, they built the Champlain Bridge. They did a good job.
No, we can't have Germans building that. It's too close to Uchimalt. We don't want them around.
We'll call it the Reconciliation Bridge.
No. Let the Germans stay Germany, bro. I'm not taking any chances. I'm not taking it. We're gonna bring Germans. Uchimalt's right there. There's trains. No.
So
Forget
Fran-
that.
so
Forget that
so
shit.
Fran-
let's grab the sweets.
France,
Let's grab the
look what
sweets.
you did with the bridge, France.
We're
But
gonna
why
go-
are there two
we're-
doors?
yeah, we're gonna get
this
the-
one is for everybody. This one is for the Jews. Did
We'll-
you see the Jews?
Yeah. We'll get the Swedes. We'll get the Volvo people to build it. I'd rather.
Yeah, but then we're gonna have to assemble it.
Yeah, I don't trust the Germans, bro. So we'll do that. I'm just saying, George, to you, it seems insane. And it might be. But I think there's
But you need
there's something here.
You know what? You need the Norwegians. I meant also, and the Swedes.
And the
But I understand,
Danes.
George, what's the obstacle here? You just don't want to move Balbo, Bimbo, whatever the fuck it's called. Bro and Boutier.
We should get them to sponsor this episode. We said their names
No,
so many times.
I don't care about that shop. I'm just because when you said
I don't think it's
you
enough room.
compared it, what's it called? Phil said that there's already a strip mall on Beaumont. No, fuck that. Forget that strip mall. We'll have one in Park X.
Yeah, but I meant a nice one, not a strip mall. I meant a nice one with
Talking about a
layers.
Sky Mall.
Sky Mall.
And
So
on
how
the
does that
top of
work?
the
It'll look
mall,
like a huge tall building, and you'll go from one floor to the other, and just there's gonna be
with
stores.
But
escalators.
have you ever been to the flea market?
Yeah.
You see
Which
how
one?
huge it is. Like, okay, have you ever been inside Bolby Boutique, whatever the fuck?
Braboutier?
You ever been inside?
Yeah.
See how
been
long
there.
it is?
It's
See how
not
big it
as
is?
big as you
Now
remember.
imagine,
Why were you in there?
imagine even,
Why were
because
you
I'm
there?
investigating how I would take it down.
He's
So,
fucking scouting.
yeah, dude, I'd make the best mayor. Anyways, so what I'm
You'd
saying
make
is
something.
you take that whole area, you don't need to worry about parking, friend, because you park underground. You make levels underground like downtown. And that entire thing, dude, it's every floor. You could fit so much on each floor.
I've been to what you're describing in Spain. Okay, it was called Corte Inglés.
Pakistan has places like this too.
Yeah, no, they don't.
They do. I've watched documentaries. You think I haven't done research? You think I haven't done
I
research?
went to a place like this in Madrid, and it was this tall department store mall thing, right? It was like just really like maybe 15 floors.
That's what the
and
Bay
you
is
just-
downtown. The Bay
the Bay's
downtown is
only
the same
eight-
thing.
Only 8 floors though.
But that's what I'm saying. 8 floors. Imagine 8
But
floors
that's
of stores.
A single store. You're talking about a mall.
Okay, Rockland.
will the food court
Rockland
go?
has 3 floors.
Rockland is big though. Like it
I'm
covers-
just saying it's
yeah.
way bigger. You can walk around, but it has 3 floors.
It also has a mezzanine.
Imagine 8 floors.
I don't know.
You know what? Fuck it. We're imagining. Imagine 10 floors.
Taller than the mountain, blasphemy. And from the roof of the Sky Mall, you can bungee jump into Park X.
No. From the roof of the thing, you can have like a terrace area, and you could see the mountain. You could see all of Park X. You can observe drug
could
deals
look-
happening.
Have you ever looked at Park X from above? Have you?
Looks nice.
When we had Xenospace, I used to go to the roof sometimes for like when they would do maintenance, and I would look down at
It's like
Park X.
Gotham City.
It is not at all like Gotham City.
You know what?
Just it's sad. To
Christine brings up a good point. Let's get an architect on the Pantelis podcast.
Yeah, let's get one.
Or someone pretending to be an architect, like yourself.
An Art Vandelay.
Art Vandelay. Art Vandelay. All right, let's call it. I'm getting hungry.
All right, guys.
I
I
want to
have
go
to
eat
take a
shit.
shit.
Thank you for checking out the morning show. If you enjoyed this goddamn nonsense and you want real news, check out our boy George Chickity Transrizos. He's the man from the South, yeah?
How many stories did you not get to today, George?
Only one.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, new record. Yeah, we're doing fine.
Just Us Dads.
George has a podcast called Just Us Dads. It's a podcast for dads by a bunch of other dads. And they talk about dad-related issues. You ever heard of the
What the fuck are
podcast
you doing?
Call Her Daddy? It's like that with less whores. So Just Us Dads out weekly.
He's had a few horrors.
He's had a few horrors, though. That's true, yeah. So it's out weekly. It's a fun podcast. They talk about what it's like raising children in the 21st century. What with the internets? What with the technologies? What with the COVIDs and all? So check that out, Just As Dads. And if you want more political talk, hard-hitting interviews, George also has another podcast called... What the fuck is... Oh, yeah, the Backstage Podcast. I was about to call it the Interrobang. The Backstage Podcast. I was like, what the fuck is the other podcast called? The Backstage Podcast, where he infiltrates areas. He infiltrates the backstage and asks hard-hitting questions. So check out, links are in the description. Check out George's website. Phil Balabanos makes films. He can make your commercial. Phil can legitimize your operation. Is your business lacking in its facade? Does it look cheap to people? Phil can change that. Phil could come in there, make a high-end commercial. It's going to make you look like a goddamn 5-star company. Have you ever heard of companies like Coca-Cola? Have you heard of companies like Nike? Phil has heard of all those companies. Never worked with them, but he's heard about all of them. And he can make similar types of commercials. Oh, speaking of Phil, you ever heard of Apple? Phil's a big fan of Apple. It's a non sequitur, but head over to philbalabanos.com. It's balabanos.com. Link is in the description. He's got that. He's also working on his own podcast called Fill My Hole.
Not to be mistaken with Fill My Hole with an F, because I spoke to those guys. Nice guys, but mine's not a grinder thing.
It's not a grinder thing, but it sounds like one.
It does.
So check
It
out
really
his
does.
podcast whenever he feels like making it. And our boy on the console producing this episode with his goddamn sound effects, Poseidon. The Poseidon69 on Twitter and on Instagram. The Poseidon69 also on Twitch. Twitch.tv/ThePoseidon69. Check him out. He likes to play with children. He plays a lot of games. He loses to these kids. Patreon.com/Pantelis. If you're not part of the Patreon, what are you waiting for?
doing with your
Join the
life?
nation. All kinds of new episodes of In Bed with Poseidon are coming out. There's another episode coming out tonight, I think.
And we're launching
Live.
we're
Yes.
launching
Live tonight.
the Pantelis
Live
Nation anthem tonight.
There's all kinds of stuff happening tonight on Patreon. So check out patreon.com/Pantelis, panteliscomedy.com for all of my links. 2 drink minimum. New episode dropped today. It dropped last night as a premiere. So check that out. 2 drink minimum, Canada's favorite
Third drink
podcast.
free.
Thank you guys and go fuck yourselves.
Bye-bye.